Hello everyone and welcome to Prestige Encounters, the actual play Dungeons & Dragons campaign that has been social distancing since day one. I am your Salkos, your Dungeon Master Salkos, and this is brought to you. I am your Salkos, and I'm also your Dungeon Master, and this is brought to you by Prestige Gaming Community.
This is my Salkos. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
The champions.
This is the seventh week in a row that you've shown your Salkos for show and tell.
Yes, well, the champions have returned home from the Feywilds to learn they have been gone for over a year. But before we get into the session tonight, we do have a few announcements to get through. First and foremost, much of the music you'll be hearing tonight is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group that makes goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music. They also have created the official Dungeons & Dragons soundtrack. You can find those songs on Spotify, their music videos on YouTube, and ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now. For more information, go to midnightsyndicate.com or use the command !syndicate in the chat right now for a direct link. You can also buy their album Live Shadows on vinyl currently through their store. So thank you, Midnight Syndicate, and it's always great to hear your music every session. With that, Sarah, you have some information for us.
Yes, if you like coffee and like not being in bed, I'd highly suggest and recommend Found Familiar Coffee. With code word Prestige, you can get 10% off at checkout. I'm not reading this off a monitor. Why are you saying this out loud? This is not part of... Yeah, 10% off with the code word Prestige. Was that good?
It was good. It was good.
Okay, I'm getting the thumbs up. That was good.
Midnight Syndicate is also, a great thing, but we do have our Found Familiar Coffee right here at my regular Knoll. I love it, so it's perfect. I don't even
you can too.
You can too. I don't even need my pumpkin spice creamer to put in that because it's just that good by itself. Anyway. Yes, indeed. So Ember, so something's been live for a week, and we don't only play D&D here. What else do we do?
Oh, we also play Minecraft occasionally.
What?
You should come check out our server. It's 1.17.1. We just voted and we increased it from normal mode to hard mode. So all your villager conversion is going to be 100%. It's grief protection. We do have rules against cheating. No, no hack clients, no X-ray, stuff like that. But
so it's a lawful good server.
That cheating shit out of here.
Yeah, we started doing some fun stuff. Like, we've got villager trading halls going on. We've got an Enderman farm. We've got a
dog
farm. Not until you get on, big boy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, come see us at mc.pgc.gg. It's a good time, and today is the last day that you can redeem your stream kit. If you hop on and do a /kit, you'll be given stuff like, I think you get 3 diamonds, you get a diamond sword with sharpness 2 or
you
something
can totally
like that.
accidentally lose when you die in a mine.
Yeah,
that's mine immediately. Less than 5 minutes being in this server.
Same.
Yeah, that's all.
So much fun.
Come play Minecraft with us. It's lots of fun.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tyler. And
Imagine Dark RP, but as a Minecraft server.
Server isn't the only server we're going to have. There's going to be others to be announced. Jack, what do you got for us?
Oh, hey. Oh, nothing. Well, apart from a lovely announcement that episode 70 just went up yesterday on YouTube. You can find us at Prestige Encounters if you're watching us on stream. Twitch, hi, how's it going? And welcome to episode 71. Catch the rest of our streamed shows on YouTube if you like, or catch them here. Likewise, if you're catching us on YouTube, find us on Twitch. You know where to find us. We're just Prestige GC. And if you're like me and you're on the go, you want to listen to something and not necessarily watch something, you can find us wherever you get your podcasts.
Awesome. Thank you, Jack. Elif, anything to announce?
just a little update on the merch. So we are still working on the Artificer and the Bloodmancer. That's it, right?
The blood hunter.
Blood Hunter.
Blood Hunter.
Ooh, that's a cool idea though for
I know. I couldn't remember which it was, but we
It's a
do
kind
have
of wizard.
the design work done
Yeah.
for that.
You know what I think would be great
The
merch?
vampire wizard?
It'd be an image of Sarah, like looking feral, and it's like I smell pennies, and then that's it.
Pennies.
Yeah.
I
That would
ordered
be
some of our
perfect for
merch this
him.
week.
That'd
Yeah,
be-
Wearing
it's
it
looking
tonight.
Nice.
It's looking nice.
Yeah, it's super comfy.
Oh,
I was
also,
thoroughly surprised.
if you want to be like a little nerdy and not like wear a t-shirt that says Dungeon Master, you can. Redbubble is actually coming out with hats soon. You can get one of the designs printed on a hat, so that's exciting too. Yeah, so Artificer and the Blood Hunter coming out soon. Thank you, Ellis. Well, everybody, unless there is anything else to announce, go ahead and grab a drink, get some snacks as we welcome you to our table as we are now beginning the Arc of Dragons in session 71 of
Why'd you have to
Prestige
name it that?
Encounters. Because I like the cringe. Like, your expressions make me so happy.
Oh. Mute. Three, two.
And welcome back, everyone. So, oh my gosh, we established a very interesting canon while we were on break. We'll see if that comes up later in this campaign, but
Some steamy cannon.
where we last left off, the champions of Cataran continued to venture in the Winterlands. Here, they were spotted by some kobolds who were serving a white dragon, age unknown. After doing quite well on some stealth checks, they avoided confrontation with the dragon and continued on, eventually coming to an area known as the Library, a forest of the memories that the Winter Queen took from mortals. It was here.
Just kill. Sorry.
What?
Go ahead.
What?
Does
No.
Kelvin still have the memories he took? Because that was never addressed.
I would say that you don't, because you just were looking into them. You didn't say that you took them, so yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Did you
I
say you
did.
took them? Oh yeah, well then you still have them.
In
yeah.
my head.
I have somebody's random memories like
Yeah.
this.
It
That's
was
cool.
here they were confronted by the Winter Eldrin, including the son of the Winter Queen, and were voluntarily taken captive by them. Here you were brought to the Fortress of Ice, where you came face to face with the Winter Queen, Renestray. She invited you to a celebration later that night. From that point, she had you locked in the dungeons below, where you reunited with the children and Calvin with his father.
Oh yes, as all parties I go to end up.
After looking for a stick for quite some time, Ember was able to find the location of their items and dimension doored to them. This caused alarm among guards who spotted him, and Ember quickly grabbed what he could and went back to the prison cells. As he was trying to figure out how to teleport everyone back to the mortal plane, being divided by cells, it was at this time that Renstray burst into the dungeon. She was about to attack Ember for his defiance, but at that point Clover came up behind her giggling and announced that it was over and the time has come. The room became dark, and in Clover's place a tall, purple, and eerily handsome fiendish man stood in place. The man introduced himself as Grazed, or Grazit, depending on who you ask.
Is that the Grim Reaper?
And he came all this way just to anger someone he hated by killing Renestray. He then proceeded to stab Renestray's neck, and as she was helpless from the attack, and the fortress began to melt with its mistress gone. Ember quickly gathered everyone and used the item, teleporting them back to Cataran. It was in Cataran you learned
34.
34, yeah. It was in Cataran you learned that you have all been gone for a year and 4 months, with the world coming into spring. Champions, you stand in the courtyard of the Flint and Steel, being greeted by your employees as word quickly spreads of your return. What would you like to do?
The kids are with us.
Everyone is back. It's about, you guys have been back for about 10 minutes. Lumiscon has greeted Shada and offered to take his things. Sheila and Eula are there, along with Percival and your Cassius and your other staff.
Yeah, Jack's gonna just kind of lean against a post or something and just catch a breath. And
I'm gonna usher all the kids inside to the Flint and Steel and keep very close eye on them until their parents come and claim them.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just about to say that I was gonna pick up little G and take him in.
Do we do like a holding fee, like the longer they leave their child here, for charging them for daycare?
Yeah, I mean once it hits the year mark.
Well, I'd say like maybe 2 days if you haven't picked up your kid. Then
Eula walks up to Shada, who's currently talking with Lumiscon, and says, "I tried to reach Denton several times and I never got a response."
Ah shit. Shit.
Like hang his head, and Denton's gone.
And for a moment, you notice that, as that sentence is spoken, everybody else just kind of like stops and just like looks at you. He didn't make it.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
no,
To yesterday. Ooh.
he went down fighting. We fought a lot. We've been through a lot. He was left behind. Well, the one thing I can say is that we did see him again, and he seemed to be at peace. He seemed okay with this. Urged us to carry on.
I see. Well, we did, can keep things going as much as we could while you were gone. Lumiscon at this point chimes in. He says, "Lord Copperstone, Shada, I did keep things running as you instructed while I was gone, and I'm sure Master Sar would be pleased to know that you made a total of 16,059 gold while you were away."
While when he reads the total to me, I'd like my eyes to close and then cartoonishly open into dollar signs. And then
minor illusion that.
Yeah, I'd like some minor illusion that actually fun. I like some minor illusion. Everyone just sees these money signs. I don't know what even like the sign for currency looks like, but it's that.
Coincidentally, we do have a large diving pool full of the coins. Just kidding. Anyway, but he could just say, "I know this does not console how you must be feeling about your lost comrade, but there are good side of things as well.
Yeah, it's good to hear either way.
You could feed a lot of people with that kind of money.
And now we're ending world hunger with the money. Aren't you a new addition to the group?
Speaking of money,
Just my unsolicited opinion. Yeah.
I'm gonna just give everybody their bags back because I assume I still have them. I don't remember if I had time to give them their stuff.
Everything was kind of
what
thrown
did-
together. So you all.
Yeah, what do you...
So going down the list, I gave you guys all so you could, go through your inventories ahead of time. Elith, you lost your graveyard dirt, your holy water, your holy symbol, your quarterstaff, and both of your daggers. Sarah lost a bracelet with no diamonds in it. Your giant toe jam, your lavender honey bread, your pink metal, your zircon. Jack, you lost your dagger, rope, shovel, and rations. Shada, your stone of good luck, your battle axe, longsword, titan, and your signet ring. And Zark, you lost your last bolt of paralysis, both of your daggers, and one scimitar. And that is all in chat in case you guys need to reference that.
Wow. Thank you. What time of day is it at the moment?
I hope I got everything of value.
You did pretty well there, actually. We quite literally could not have gotten out there without you.
It was piece of cake. I'm sure you guys could have figured that out without me.
I'm not sure we would have been able to, actually. That's that power is a little bit beyond me at the moment. Maybe in time. Nonetheless, it's good to be done. I imagine we've made a very powerful enemy back there.
I imagine we made 2 very powerful enemies. 3, maybe.
Several, probably.
4.
Prince on his Black Pegasus being one of them.
I'm counting them in my head. So the Fae Queen son, number 1. The Summer Queen, number 2. She asked us not to kill her. The White Dragon, and possibly her patron. And I look at Ellis. Possibly.
I don't know. I think so. I think it's all fine.
We have way too many problems on our hands.
That is a lot of powerful enemies.
But a bitch ain't one,
All right, everybody, settle down. We'll all get to the flint and steel. Coming into from the guard post here on the East Market of Cataran, you notice that is the guard that typically is at the lieutenant of the far eastern gate. All right. I know y'all's kids are back, but just gotta wait a few seconds, okay?
Forgot about
Jesus.
Forgot about this guy.
I just hate when the weather gets warmer out here. Ow! I think that was a mosquito or something. Oh Jesus. Anyway, hi, welcome back. He walks up to Sarah and grabs his hand without even reaching up, just grabs it. Welcome back, nice to see you. Reaches over and to Embers and says, nice to see you as well. Glad you got safe. Well, most of y'all anyway. However,
oh my god, what a bitch.
However, yeah, welcome back, everyone. It's good to see y'all. I just want to let y'all know that there's some people who's not quite happy with things are going with the world and the dragons and all that. I'm sure you've heard of it, since they blame you for it and everything, but you'll be fine.
Blaming who? Who were they?
I like this person. Who is this?
Is there a reason for that? Do you know why?
Why what, dear?
Why they think we did that?
I mean, we did go parading. Not parading, but I was carrying a dragon egg.
I've done a lot of things. I don't think that creating the dragon problem was one of them. but we can touch on that at a different time. I was just curious.
We need to run a PR campaign.
Probably, actually.
Anyway, I'll go ahead and takes all the children now and back to the guard post where the parents can pick them up. Okay? So, you know, out of sight, out of mind, y'all get all settled in, have a nice meal. I'm sure I'll see you
The
around.
children, I'm sure the children may need a warm place to sit and eat, drink. They've been in a cold place for a long time, likely starved, kept in a dark dungeon for God knows how long.
Plus, I'm
So-
not sure I entrust their safety to you. We had to go rescue them because of you in the first place. You were guards.
If you want to keep them in here and keep an eye on them, we can give them food.
I would suggest, yes, perhaps somewhere safe where that doesn't feel like a dungeon. I mean, forgive me, I haven't seen your guard quarters, but the sight of any chains or bars or anything like that might traumatize them, perhaps. And I'll gesture to the inn.
I suppose that's a really good point now. Yes, we'll just keep an eye on them, and you know, we all can go inside.
Of course, yes. The main thing is that their parents need to be located, contacted. Every child returned.
Yes, I has a list. Well, I already sent pages out to retrieve the parents. Oh, you're new. Hi. He goes over to Kelvin and says, and like reaches out his hands. My name's Lewis.
You have a funny accent.
Indeed.
Reminds me of,
Sorry. Hello. I mean, hi.
And then he goes over to Zarkos. I like you. You look like you have that military look about you. I know another military man when I see one. Alright, it's Captain Lewis, by the way.
He's a captain.
Captain.
Yeah, I'm the
Aren't I also a
captain.
captain?
I'm the captain of the East Guard quarters now. The half orc woman, we don't typically like to say her name. She lost her post after losing all the children, and she was kind of pinned for that. Anyway,
I mean, you did lose all of the children, so...
No, she lost the children.
exactly.
This is a new person. This is new rulership.
Yes.
It's like going to the same McDonald's with a different ruler.
Different man, different rule.
Ruler.
So at this point, he's
They
kinda
are basically rulers at
They're
McDonald's.
basically rulers, man.
as
You
he's
respect
like
my authority.
talking to all of you guys, he's kind of like motioning for you all to come inside with him. What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
Yeah,
what's
sure.
a McDonald's?
I assumed that I had already led the kids inside by this point.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
that would have been priority one. was
Yeah.
get the
First-
kids inside.
So upon walking in, you notice that the Flint and Steel has kind of lost that new tavern, like that fresh wood scent.
New tavern
Like,
smell.
you know, freshly
New
cut,
car smell.
like that fresh cut lumber smell. You know, you should all know what that smells like.
Mhm.
The amazingly, you do notice that your shop is quite well stocked with various items, grains, foods, farming supplies. There is a locked case with a couple very shiny swords you recognize to be magic weapons, you can assume. There's also another locked case with some potions in it as well. In the tavern side, of course, there is the bar that has, you know, the tables are filling up very quickly as people are coming in. The patio is also full as well. Eula kind of gets back behind the counter and starts managing things. Nisa is there as well, along with the rest of your staff.
Don't we
Cassia,
also have a coffee shop?
yeah, so it's also served from the bar. It's all
okay.
served from the bar. Yeah. Cassius is there talking to tables, and you notice that, you know, he's using a lot of his charm where people just seem to start like hand him money as he's talking to them. Remember, he's a tiefling and he's extremely handsome. He wears a vest with, like, you know, no undershirt, that sort of thing, and just, you know, uses what he can to get his money.
Or
So, just women and men are both just, give them a couple extra coins as a tip.
Mhm.
Are we running
Nice.
Femboy Hooters?
Should we run a brothel?
No, not a brothel. Put some respect on Hooters.
I've seen some respectable brothels.
I would. Have you seen or have you been to?
Both.
Jack's my dog. Yeah, I give him a little nudge and I give him a crisp, like, my man. Like, high five. Ah.
No.
Have you guys considered like magical protections for your nice tavern?
For your respectable tavern.
That would probably
I mean-
be useful.
I mean, magical protection is sort of required in the case of a brothel. Oh, you're talking about the. Oh, I see what you're. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
Do you have the means to do that?
We have.
No, I don't have a lot of access to aberration spells. That's like a cleric thing or like a paladin thing.
What was that you said, Ember?
Honestly, we haven't spent a whole lot of time here, so not a lot of consideration has gone into it. There is this circle here, which is wonderful for us because it can bring us here anytime we want. Other than that, I don't think we've really done all that much work on this place.
Well, it seems like it's starting to do pretty well while you're in your absence.
Master Copperstone, if I may have a word.
Of course.
About 4 months ago, we did receive word from your family that, well, it was rather messengers, at least. They were able to send over a small group of dwarven smiths to run things while you're gone. They recently got into operations, but they are actively putting items out onto the shelves as well.
All right.
Why do you keep calling him master instead of lord?
But not a lot of practice while you've been gone. Anyway,
Don't worry about it, Ember. It's all.
There's
it's all
also this letter from your mother. I was told not to open it until it was handed to you. So he hands you a letter that's sealed with the bronze seal of the Copperstone clan, and he hands it to you.
Okay. I'll read this in a little bit.
All right. So
Thank
as you
you.
all, get into the tavern, what would you all like to do?
I'd like to survey for mold.
Make a nature check.
Because if there's mold in the building, we're gonna get a bad rating, and I can't have that. Also, we can
I'm
fix
good.
it.
I'm ordering a glass of whiskey.
Yeah, I gotta keep up that A+ rating from
Shit,
the
I got
BTB.
I got a 5.
I will
Better
join.
tavern bureau.
I will
I got a
join
5.
Jack at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
A 5. You don't see any mold.
Okay, good. Do I not see it, or do I not see it?
Let's see it.
I close my eyes. I do not see.
While Sar's looking around, closing his eyes for mold, I
How
would
dare
like
you?
to take Gary upstairs and clean him, and I want to ask him some questions about his experience.
Okay.
And see if I can learn anything about like what he went through, whatnot.
Okay. Anybody else?
Currently Jack and Ember are at the bar. I'm about to order a glass of whiskey, please.
I am also at the bar about to order a drink.
I'm not at
I
the
think
bar.
it's about time. This is a long time coming.
I am gonna go behind the bar and not order, but grab a bottle and join the other two at the table.
I need some of my money from the party fund so I can rent a room, please.
Rooms on us.
Oh,
Well, now you want charity work? Okay. Okay, now. Get him a room.
Shadow's gonna
Thank
go to check out the forge.
Okay.
Is there a way I
Because-
could invent a game to get more money? You know how there's gambling games? Can Sar invent his own game?
You can
Is that
try.
a thing?
I'm gonna assume it's
Alright.
only one-sided though. Where only
No,
you're
it's just
winning
like
money,
the game is you put everything in my pocket
and
and then I
walk
run away.
okay. Unless Shada for some reason is saying that he's doing that out loud, Kellen is going to a room to keep working on that magical eye for Jack.
I mean, what was it? Loomis kind of did mention the forge out loud, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, did he?
I think you.
Oh.
Yeah, you would.
Then I would have asked about that. Like, could I? Do you mind if I use that?
Sure, you can take a look, and if it's not busy.
Oh, well, of course.
I'm gonna take a look around at the patrons, realize that I've got an empty eye socket, and use Mask of Many Faces to look like I've got two eyes, just so I don't startle anyone.
So.
Um,
Oh, sorry.
So we'll start with the easiest one. Ember and Zark at the bar.
Okay.
And Jack. Nisa, it comes up to you.
cheers.
Well, welcome back. I'll hand you your various drinks of choice. I would say on the house,
you.
but it is your house, so it's good to have you back.
Damn, were they
Good to
down
be
bad
back.
while we were back? Like, they could have fucked anyone.
Any news from the Ceravel Federation?
Oh, it's best that we don't talk about that here. She kind of leans in and whispers, the Ministry of Information has been lurking about, checking in on your return. I know
It's a 1984 shit.
I know a narc when I see one lurking in the shadows like they do. There is a group of zealots in the West Market that do gather. The Empire tried what they could to keep the information controlled, but with the refugees coming in and whatnot, it's been hard.
Is Lenore Valine still in charge of the Ministry of Information?
She is. All of the ministry leaders are in charge still of
There's
not
been
much has changed
no
in the
changeover.
administration.
Including Sigmund Thorbenson,
Yes.
the warfare.
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay.
I'm gonna just sort of look curiously over at the pile of magical weaponry you indicated earlier, and nudge Ember. Are those what I think they are?
I'm assuming so. They're magic weapons that Shada's clan has made for us.
With the
can I look at
Jadatites.
them? Can I look at them and see if any of them are like especially good, like exceptional?
So you look over them, and right now, they did say there's small shipments of magical weapons. There are four magical weapons.
Ooh.
The first one is a +1 shield.
Not really a weapon, but okay.
Well, it's
Yeah,
Equipment.
I know what you mean.
sitting in a stand is a glaive that long handle with intricate carvings into it, long curved blade that is the other side that you don't stab people with is, you know, precious metals and gemstones. It is also +1. All of these are +1. So that is a glaive.
Yeah.
There is also a very it's a rod that's about a yard long, 3 feet or a meter. So
What's a meter with you?
Sheila notices you looking at that. She goes, "Oh, this one's my favorite," and she kind of takes it, and as she picks it up, she swings it, and as it does, these small circlets, very small circlets, come undone, and it becomes like a rope. She goes, "It's a magic whip."
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, you dirty.
I was looking for one of those.
Oh,
Interesting.
If no one's taking that, that could be very useful to me. Yeah.
And then she kind of like,
in combat, right?
Well,
and then she,
Sure.
she, you know,
Please.
she
Tears start
rotates it
rolling down my
again,
face.
and they all like snap back into place and turn into like what seems to be a solid rod of metal one more time. The last one is, you know, a dagger with a mithril handle and a adamantium blade.
cool. Well, the whip and the dagger look like they'd be useful. I just lost my favorite. I mean, I appreciate your efforts.
I was under extraordinary circumstances.
Well, no one blames you for that. I mean, gosh, you could have come back with nothing except our lives, and that would have been enough.
But these last two do look like things that you might find use of. I'm sure.
We'll take a look at that. Yeah.
I'm sure myself and Shada and maybe our new friend could whip something better up for you if you have anything in particular in mind.
Oh, perhaps. If we're to face something tough, something that could resist normal weapons, I may need something more robust. Although this blade,
That blade right there, yeah, that one might do that.
Might be useful. Crossbow bolts or a crossbow of any kind like that would be also particularly useful. But a whip, that's certainly something I've been using as well.
I'm not very good with woodworking. Things have a tendency.
That's more my forte.
Yeah,
Is that
things
right?
have a tendency to catch fire when I work with them.
Well, suffice it to say, I need to spend some time stocking up, I think. Especially if we're not going to get any rest. I suspect. Well, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself.
Or
getting back alive.
Can we
Sure.
add sorry, side note thing. Can we add a gambling section to our inn?
That's a whole bunch of new code from Michael. I like it. Let's do it.
Well, it just like because I feel like that'd be great because we'd make a lot of money because people will
True.
spend their lives at the casino.
Yeah. And as long as we, rig it, 51.
We rig it
51 to 40
fairly.
51 to
I say
49.
70-30.
51 to 49 will always end up winning eventually.
True.
Anyway,
Or we just hold a Mega Millions for the town and they have to get all the numbers correct.
while you guys are talking about the magic weapons, Shada and Kellen make their way to the forge. Upon entering the forge, you do see that there are... One second. These aren't supposed to be here. Just, so you guys have a layout map of everything, just to remind you. The four copperstone smiths immediately stop what they're doing and bow to Shada. Oh, my lord, so I wasn't expecting you to be here.
Yeah, we came back as soon as we could. I assume you all are keeping my forge pretty.
We treat it with the honor it deserves.
Yeah, I assume good smiths will come from my clan. How's business?
Goodness. The the Gold Hammers have brought business into Cataran once they learned that we were coming, but of course, with your and your friends' names attached to this place, it does seem to bring a little bit more business our way than theirs.
That's good to hear. I appreciate you all for keeping the forge hot in my stead.
Never goes cold.
Love to hear that.
Is that your slogan? Because that's a great slogan.
You
He looks to the other three and goes, well, don't say they're just gawking at him. Go back to work. And, you know, they once again go back to pumping the bellows and hammering away at their various workings. Anything else you guys would like to do?
so it looks like the forge is kind of busy.
It is, but sure they can, you know, take a break every now and then to just work on our own personal projects.
And if you work in a group on a project, you can get it done a lot faster.
That is
I had an idea, and he pulls out the talon from Jack's hippogriff, and he says, "I feel bad that Jack lost his hippogriff. I mean, I guess you did too, because we didn't get to bring him back. But
she maybe flew away or something. But
hopefully, at least she's still alive. Jack's wasn't as lucky.
The worst with the Feywild.
Yeah, but I wanted to turn this into a dagger for him. I can even probably make it. I can even put a little bit of magic into it. If that's you have experience, it sounds like, with making magical weapons. If you would be willing to help me, I could get it done faster. But I do kind of want it to be a surprise for him. I think it'd be fun that way.
Yeah, maybe it sounds really good. I think we should ask Ember also. Magic weapons are a little bit more his forte than mine.
Okay. Well, yeah. And with three of us, I think we could get it done even faster. I don't know if the value of this talent is worth enough by itself. We might have to put some gemstones into it or something to meet the magical forging requirements, but I'm not sure yet. Would any of your dwarven friends be able to appraise the value of it?
Maybe.
So pretty.
I'll ask them. Maybe you can even ask Ember.
Sure.
Shada's gonna look to what the Dorothy was just talking to. He was like, one more thing. I would like to know the names of the ones that are running my forge.
The panic. So they introduce themselves, of course, all with the clan name of Copperstone. You have, yes, you have Gomzan, Dane, and then you also have Kalrak. And then the last one, her name is Shania. I'll put this in chat for you.
All right. Which one was the one that was like running it?
Gomzad.
All right.
All right. Sorry, what were you doing?
I was trying to figure out to see if we can set up a whole gambling section. I don't know who I have to talk to do that.
Most likely a builder, and also you have to get an estimate and see what they can do.
All right. What time is it?
It is just after noon.
Can I go into town and go look for a builder?
Yeah.
I'm inept with wood tools and everything, so couldn't I do it?
I look to him. I look at him up and down. I'm like, okay. Sure. But that means we're going to be spending some time here of you building it.
True.
So I kind of prefer you stay with us this time instead of run off to go take care of your mother.
What has your mother ever done for us?
Yeah. Has your mother provided money for us?
Yeah.
Don't answer that.
Y'all have so much audacity.
Anyway, we gotta make an investigation check as you go out into the market.
Okay.
Okay, and then Elif, you wanted to speak to Gari, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So
my rolls are shit today, guys. I got a 12.
I mean, how hard is it to find a builder in a market?
A large city.
Yeah, in a large city market. How hard would it be to find a builder?
All right.
Look for the guy that's got a lot of lumber surrounding him.
Yeah, what if I get scammed?
Sarah. So Elif, you go up to your room, and this is the first time you've seen your room since you actually went through your mirror into the Feywilds. Remember, that's how you entered, is using the opal to on the looking glass to go in. And Gari's kind of like, as the scratches from the beer hags are still around your door frame. The room is rather untouched since you have left. And Gary kind of starts to take some very short and shallow breaths in rapid succession as you kind of go up to the room.
I don't know what that means.
Anxiety.
In behavior. So I'm going to. He's dirty, isn't he? He's been.
No, I cleaned him up.
Is he clean?
Yeah, he
Okay,
cleaned all of them up.
Then screw this. We don't need to go do that. We can go on a walk. We can go outside.
Okay.
I'm gonna take him out.
I will say, as you are leaving the store, you do notice Sarah and Zark leaving as well.
Care to join us, friend?
Sure.
Cool. We need people to carry things anyways.
You the bag bitch.
So you're supposed to make that investigation check with advantage, by the way.
Oh. I was wondering, I'm like, This one's gonna be good, guys. 20. Get shit on.
So you learn that there is some contractors in the western market near the entertainment district, which is, a couple hours walk from where you are. So you're going there?
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I like to go there, and I'd like to pizzazz. I like, prestidigitation myself clean because I feel like I'm dirty. Make myself look presentable. And then I'd like to look at my counterparts and also do the same because I know they're not presentable. So I just would like to prestidigitation them clean.
Okay.
And also, don't talk. I looked at Zark and I'm like, don't just. Actually, you know about wood stuff. You can talk. I'll allow it.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't talk, and I point at the kid.
Okay.
Respectfully. Okay.
Respectfully, shut the fuck
I'm
up.
gonna mess up your whole bedroom.
Who, me?
Yep.
He looks up at Elif as you guys are walking by the fountain, and he looks at you. Just, you want to see what I can do?
What I can do?
Sure.
The queen taught me this. And he goes over to the fountain, and he like reaches out, and his hand shakes a little bit. You notice as a orb about the size of a basketball comes up into the air from the fountain of water.
Holy shit!
It's a waterbender.
His hand, like for about 10 seconds, and his hand begins to shake, and it just collapses and falls back into the fountain. I'm still practicing.
Wow. That was really good.
Thanks.
New on Disney Channel's original movies, My Child's Magic.
Like, there's only two thoughts
Sounds
going
like a
on
modern
in her
anime
brain.
title. What do you mean?
Like, she's like, this, like, that bitch really taught him magic. Really did that. For what? But I can't just sit here and tell him I'm not proud of him. I can't sit there and tell him that that was bad, because that wasn't bad. That was pretty good. So...
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
As you're walking, we want you to make a perception check, please.
I shall do it.
Oh, kind of rolled. Yeah, you do it. I rolled bad, so I got a 14.
20 and a 20.
A 20.
Nice.
Okay, so as you're walking to the west of the Western Market, all the way down, you go through the Mithril Row and the other various parts of Cataran. Eventually, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you reach the Western Market, which is quite busy. You notice, looking across the way, there is a small crowd gathered in one corner of this market. On the other side of this crowd, opposite of them, there are 2 figures, an elf and a dwarf, wearing these red robes with black trim. But you do also see the establishment that was described to you. It does have a, it's called Woodron's Lumber and Construction.
Ooh.
It's a green sign with gold lettering painted.
Ooh, gold lettering. You know it's good when it has gold.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of this company before, Zark?
I don't even know where I am right now. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again? You're echoing for me. It could just be my ears. I do need to get them cleaned out.
So I've never actually been to this town before. So.
Oh, well.
Yeah. I just kind of. Yeah, if you remember, or I don't know if I told you.
Are you an
this,
independent contractor, Zark, when you used to work with Wood a lot? Or.
I mean, I guess if you could consider that.
Or did you work for like a company, or like I just need to know what your expertise is.
Well, no, I was taught woodworking as I was growing up, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing?
You're the ones looking for builders, so.
Yeah, we walk in, I guess, with a wad of cash and a heart of gold.
Okay, so you walk in and you see a it has that smell of sawdust and other things that's lining the floor. There's they're working on various tables and smaller things. There is also a back room and a shed where they're building larger things such as furniture. Overall, very nice work. Very artisanal.
Anytime anybody uses that word, I think of cheese.
Yeah. The man notices you, and he's a halfling man. He comes and goes, "Oh, welcome. I'm Mr. Woodrums. How could I help you?"
Why are you stuttering so much? Are you okay? Are you in danger?
You're nervous?
I say like closer to him.
I beg your pardon. A mule kicked me when I was a young child, but
Oh.
Ooh. Anyways,
Yeah, who's the asshole now?
you actually, I will not be made the victim here. Or wait, I am the victim here. I meant to say. Yeah, I'm right. And then we are looking for some of your finest men to help out with a little project we have going on right now.
Oh?
Yeah, a little, you know, little some of this. And then I do like, you know, we are seeking your expertise to help us extend our business and add on to it like another room area on our. We already have the land. We just need the permit from the city. We need the contractors. The material will pay for that too, Avi. We need labor because this is going to be done while we're gone. Because we have to go adventure out soon again, and we would like this done by the time we get back. By the time we get back, who knows? Apparently it took, what, a year?
Almost a year and a half last time, apparently.
Almost a year and a half last time, so it might be 3 months. But we don't expect it to be done quickly. Well, actually, we do expect it to be done quickly. How's, like, I don't know, 2 months sound, right? It's summertime. It should not take that long.
And plus, it's not that, honestly, that big of a room, honestly, so.
True, it's like a little... Well, anyways, we're looking to build like a little casino area to our inn. Is that something that you can do, or are you not up for it?
Let me get a sketching for you, and we can go over a quote. One moment. And he goes and he takes, you know, some paper and he like sketches out dimensions and the general layout quite quickly. He's clearly a master woodworker. The next thing he does is he like shows you everything and he goes over pricing. This takes about 20-30 minutes. And he goes, based on what you said, I guess I could add on an extra room or build into your cellar and make that into, you know, a game room. Of course, if it's a casino you're running, you'll need to have a little bit of extra permission and from the city. But I suppose I could build it all for about 30,000 gold, give or take.
Zark? You can speak now, Zark.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Don't think too hard.
Well, you said in a cellar?
Well, I'm assuming you have some sort of basement area, or I could, of course, just build onto what you already have.
I look over to Sarah. I'm like, do you guys actually have a cellar?
I think we do have a cellar, yeah. We have a basement area, but right now that's kind of used for storage.
Yeah.
I would suggest possibly if we added it to the side would be like much better.
Yeah, easier access to the bar area and everything.
About 35,000 gold to add on to the
Hey,
extra room.
hold on. Well, why did you go up in price?
Because I have to build an extra room rather than utilize the room that already exists.
That literally requires just knocking down a door-sized hole in one of the walls and then adding on to it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I don't think it's worth 35,000.
We can put down a 5,000 gold deposit, and we can start construction, and I'll need the last 30,000 upon completion.
You know, I think we should get everybody's opinion on this because that seems a bit steep to me.
Yeah. I mean, but also we could like like I pull him off to the side so make sure homeboy's not listening to me.
Yeah.
And I like to make sure he's not listening to me because he might like get like some funny business. I'd like to so I pull Zark to the side and I'm like, okay, but also couldn't we like make that back like really quickly, especially if we're making like a gambling area?
True, but
You're right. You're right, though. We should probably consult with everybody else.
I'm just thinking, what if we just came up to the group and said, "Hey, we found a guy and we already paid for it," and they're like, "How much was it?" And we go, $35,000.
Honestly, I don't even think everybody knows that I want to do this. I kind of just said it and left. He joined me. So right now, only me, you, me, and Elif and the boy.
Yeah, what is
know about this?
Elif, did you go in with them?
What do I think about it? I think he's out of his mind. Well, I don't think he's out of his mind. But I don't think that you need to do that for what you want. Like, I kind of see the vision you have, and we can get a room for that.
I feel like I kind of fucked up by telling him what the room was for. I should have just said, "Can you build me an extra room?"
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go consult with. What did you say?
What? No. Let's go. Let's go consult the team.
All right.
Yeah.
We will. I turn around, and like after we're all huddled up like this, I'm like, we've decided to put a pin in it, and we will be back tomorrow with an answer.
I'll be here.
Okie dokie. I leave, and then I don't know if there's a thing I can do. Like, I'd like to leave and like basically like leave an impression where like when I leave he thinks about it more and he's like, maybe I should lower the price.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage because that makes no sense.
Well, I don't know how to phrase it. Damn it. I hate my life. 25.
Okay. So you leave and you kind of like look and you wink and you leave.
Why am I always whoring myself out?
Because that's the character you made, sir.
True.
So
you know what?
Facts.
Facts.
Tell them where this is from. We didn't even tell them where we were from. We were just like, "Hey, we need an extra room built onto our building."
All those details, because you know it took about 20-30 minutes of talking. So as you're leaving,
so even as well known as the tavern is, he's still going to charge $35,000. Okay.
Things are, slightly louder as the crowd across the street is getting, rowdier. The elf and the dwarf in the red and black robes are like parallel to you while the crowd is across. What would you like to do?
What are they at again?
What?
Where is this crowd at? What are they
in the market square? They're like in the other corner, other side from where you are.
I'm kind of interested.
I'll join, I guess.
Cool.
Not that interested.
See what everyone's doing, and I'm interested in the people with the little cloaks, the cute little trim that you're talking about. I wonder what that's for.
All right, so where are you gonna
go? To the commotion.
Okay. So you walk up to the crowd, and as you walk up to the crowd, it does get more audible, along with the cheers and either disagreement or agreement with the other crowd, with all around them. But you see a young human man. He's wearing a black robe with a mask covering the top half of his face, and he is shouting at the crowd. He goes, "How much longer are we going to let the young emperor mislead us? We all know what is happening in the Zero Veil Federation.
Oh God,
brothers, sisters, all of the fair citizens of Cataran. We know who our next leadership is. Why deny the inevitable future when we could embrace our new rulers? Come, submit, and let them show mercy as we welcome the new draconic rulers of this world."
Oh God.
I'm finna cover little Gari's ears.
You notice that the mask he's wearing is a basically the top half of a dragon mask,
He's a
showing
furry.
his-
Oh no!
the bottom half of his mouth.
No, he's a scaly.
Scaly?
Scaly, yeah.
Wait, there's a different word. I thought they're all the same.
Yeah. Nope.
There's a
No.
difference.
I'm
Anyway.
sorry to
Scaly.
offended your guys' community.
Anyway, so he's like, we all know what the future holds for this world. You either can go enlist in the Emperor's army, as these posters say. And he gestures to all these posters, and you typically ignore the propaganda of the Empire around you, but you notice that saying, like, there's a lot of military recruitment. It says, prepare for the dragon threat, protect this world, protect your friends, and he goes, or you can join us in the future. And like the crowd is either like, you hear a 50-50 mix. People say agreeing, some people saying you're crazy, the Emperor will protect us, that sort of thing. But he just, thank you everyone. And at this point, the three others in robes start to pass out flyers as the crowd begins to disperse.
The dragon cultists now. Oh.
How many dragon priest masks do we have to collect?
So that was very unpleasant to listen to, by the way. Yeah.
I like to audibly boo him.
Boo.
See, I'm not even trying to...
Boo!
We're gonna start walking away now. Don't talk to me or my son ever again.
Don't talk to me or my son ever.
Just stay away.
I at least want to grab a flyer before we leave,
Okay. Aleph, as you
so I can show the others
to your left to
what's
leave,
going on in town.
standing right in front of you is that elven man wearing the red robes. And he's
Oh.
looking right at you. Like, you just turn and you're like face to face. He goes, hello, Aleph.
Can I help you?
Perhaps I noticed that you were listening to what these zealots were saying. What are your thoughts?
Don't answer that. Say
The
face.
town reporter, the town press or something? What's going on?
Don't answer it.
What do
Am
I
I-
think?
Am I near her? Am I near her?
I think that
I like to
have
stop
just
her.
been away for a whole year fighting
talking.
consistently.
No.
Okay, and I'm just now back with my son, and I think that I'm gonna spend time with my son, and I think that you're gonna
Yes,
stop
good,
talking now.
Good.
Make an intimidation check.
Got it.
Please stop. This is
Oh,
like
God.
that one scene in Scooby-Doo 2 where they're like, I think
I got a
Coolsville
24.
sucks.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so you
Very
notice that, and,
nice.
like, you look at his face, and all but just the corner of his lip stays still. His lip just twitches slightly. He goes, well, I guess I'll be seeing you around the city. He turns around and he begins to leave with the dwarf in tow. Their hands like kind of tucked behind their back as they do so.
See, am I right?
These telemarketers are really gonna get you if you don't watch out. Alright, little G?
I've already. Yeah, and if they ask about your car's extended warranty, tell them you don't own it anymore. It's not gonna
Exactly.
help, but
Carriage extended warranty does not.
Carriage, yeah.
As you go up to get a flyer, Zark,
Period
it is-
appropriate.
you notice that this one is smaller. You thought initially it was a dwarf, where it turns out to be a young girl, like a child, a human child. She goes, she hands you the flyer. She goes, hello, brother. Here you go.
I kind of just thanks, and I just walk away.
Anyone else?
Repeat the question one more time for me.
Is there anything else that anyone would like to do?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah.
Has the crowd dispersed from this guy, like, ranting?
Basically, they're all just passing out
I like to
flyers
go
now.
up to him, like, hey, friend. Like, just see what his shtick is, you know? Like, Like, if he truly believes this, or if he's like getting paid.
Elixius.
Oh, he's a crisis actor?
Oh.
Yeah.
Elixius. Hello, brother. Are you ready for the new age?
The new age. What do you mean by that?
Well, the age of our new rulers, the new era.
I don't believe in this new era, and I frankly believe that what you're spouting is only going to instill fear in your cause.
It seems we have a denier on his hands. Well, when you are
no.
writhing in the burning flames of the dragon's breath, and I will be standing, tanning off of your burnt flesh. Just remember what you said to me this day.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna live past to see that day happen.
No.
And I'd like to intimidate.
Yeah, let's see your intimidation check,
He's gonna make an
Sora.
intimidation check against you.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Counter.
So do we just intimidate each other to see who's more intimidating? Or how does that work?
You got a natural 20.
Ah, fuck! Ah, fuck! Can I say
I
face?
believe we've done this.
Make an intimidation check. Actually, make a charisma check.
Fuck. Charisma
You
check.
gotta get
Fuck me. Come on, man. Come on, please. 19.
So, he was preparing for somebody to come up to him. He basically...
Bitch.
And you're just like,
This man's been practicing in a
just-
mirror for the past week.
It's like those people who go to college campuses knowing that someone who's not quite...
Do we still
prepared
have... Do we
is
still
gonna try to
have... Did he
confront
just
him.
Ben Shapiro me?
He did. So what you're saying is...
Well, actually,
thrown out
it is
all
quite
of
unhealthy
you fought a
for
red
the
dragon already.
P word to be that wet. Does anyone in the group, like near me, like, oh, they all left already, but I'd like just to leave angry and then go back and then basically tell everybody what just happened and like see if we have anything dragon related on us to just like chuck it at him and be like, this is what I think of your fucking rulers.
Imagine if we
Should
saw the
have made
dragon
a
egg.
sword out of a dragon.
Hey, but I can't just take that, or like
throw it
shot
at him.
and, you know what I mean? Or can I? Is that proof enough?
You totally could just get him to come, like one.
Fine, that's it. I leave, and then before I leave, I just like to turn around and then like I just point at him like, you're gonna fucking regret this, mate, and then just like leave in a huff because I'm like angry. I gotta walk sometimes
Angry.
all you gotta do is walk away.
You're a little scared because he intimidated the shit out of you.
I'm not scared. I just lost
Literally.
the battle.
Yeah,
You're-
See,
you're-
as he says, you're gonna fucking regret this. His voice.
Everyone's talking at the same time. What is this? A Fox News report?
His voice cracks as he says that. You're gonna fucking regret this.
I've now decided no longer to be part of the campaign.
No.
Sara has now kamikazed himself.
Alright, so you guys begin to head back.
Yes, and I would like to say on the way back, I would like to keep an eye out. I don't know if there are any shops that are still going on. I would assume so, but I would like to keep an eye out for either like a toy merchant or a merchant that just sells lots of cloth.
Is there a Fletcher nearby?
So,
Yeah, I can use more arrows.
As you're walking down the street, you can definitely find someone who, like, you know, sells basic, like, toy soldiers and other figurines. He also has a thing, like, you pull a string and it twists, like, it's like a stick
sell Hanukkah?
with two propeller blades on the top, and as you pull the stick, it like turns and it just goes up and drifts down a little bit. Just, you know, basic toys.
I mean, personally, I think that they all could use a little bit more finesse, but this is not for me. So I'm just gonna let Gari pick one out that he really likes.
He picks a figure of a woman with long wings and kind of like a flowery design. You recognize it to be a toy Fae figurine.
Right.
Oh.
All right.
God,
Well,
that's not gonna end well.
why not? It's just a toy. Should I not?
Kind of.
They don't, because they haven't. They did. Did you guys?
We don't
Did
know
y'all
what they
see
did
he
with those
earlier?
kids.
Did y'all see? Okay, I'll tell you later. Anyways, I'll get that one, and I'll get that little propeller you were telling me about
Okay.
also, and I'll take those back with us.
Okay. Zark.
Yes.
Zark and Sorry, do you manage to find a Fletcher? He is selling a bundle of arrows and crossbow bolts for about 1 gold for a full quiver.
Okay.
All right, I'd like to go up to the Fletcher and be like, "Good Fletcher, do you take commissions for specific arrows, like specialty arrows?"
What sort of arrows are you looking for?
I don't know if these exist, but I wrote this down under Sarah's ideas, and this is an arrow made out of metal.
Ooh, metal ears.
You might be looking for a smith.
Ooh.
I just carved the wood and put the tips on.
I can make arrows. What am I talking about?
All right, do you have any specialty arrows on you that aren't like this? I'll just go to them for this later.
I have arrows and bows.
So you don't have any cool ones?
Perhaps see a caster? If you're looking for something.
I miss the
Special?
Feywilds a little bit.
I gotta. Thank you for your time. Can you point me to the? Can you point me to the? What did he say? A smith? Can you point me to the smith, please?
You do realize we have a whole forge back at the tavern, right?
Fine. I'll just show them my idea of the house
We
then.
can do everything in
We have
the
McDonald's
house.
at the house.
We're trying to spend money. Why are you trying to spend money?
I'm trying to spend money so I can get it done now and we don't have to waste time on doing it.
So
That's what money is for. It's money spent on time.
as you
I'm
all
a team of dwarves and 3
Just tell the
players
dwarves
that
back at
are
the house you can do it. To do it.
and 3 players that are proficient in smithing.
Yeah. So it will take no time at all.
As you all head back to the tavern, it does become nightfall. As it begins into the evening.
When we get back,
have I by this point availed myself of the weapons that we were talking about,
What are you looking
or
for?
are they for sale? I was earlier. I was taking a look at the dagger and the whip. I was wondering if are they there for sale, or are they there kind of for the party too, just to wander over and take? Is that how it goes?
Each of the items
I'm getting a sense from Amber how that goes.
750 gold.
Ooh, for each one.
Each one.
Okay, good to know.
If you just took items that were intended for sale, the shop would lose some money on whatever they used to acquire it.
Yeah. I just wanted to know how it works. Okay, so it's a shop deal. Okay, 750 gold. Cool. A little rich for my blood. In which case, Jack has sort of wandered out for a bit of his own shopping excursion.
Okay, what are you gonna look for? We'll just go through.
I'm looking. Yeah, cool. I'm looking for a new shovel. I'm looking for a new dagger, if just a simple one, and I'm also looking for a grappling hook.
You actually can find all of those within the flint and steel, because you do have a
Oh,
forge.
cool.
I'll say
Awesome.
for all of that, it will cost you about 1 gold and 5 silver.
Wow. All right. Excellent. And in addition to which, I'll just quickly just head out and restock my crossbow bolts as well. I just need 3.
Yeah, another silver, so 16 silver overall.
Wonderful. 1 gold, 3 silver. Cool. Okay, that's it.
All right. So go ahead.
I do have one thing real quick. So, I mean, earlier when I was talking to Shada, I said I'm not sure what this thing is worth, but I do have a very high skill in Arcana. Can I spend some time examining it to try and determine what it might be worth?
For what?
For the hippogriff claw talon, for my purposes of wanting to turn it into a dagger.
Hippogriffs are not common creatures, but they're not rare either. It just depends on what part of the world you're in. So currently where you are,
Gotcha.
Hippogriffs are fairly common in the Federation itself. in those grasslands in the mountains. So I'll say that the talon itself is worth about 5 gold.
Okay.
They're also not very hardy creatures, so they can be taken down by medium-sized hunting parties.
Okay. So essentially, if I want to make a magical weapon out of this, I need to get most of the value from elsewhere.
Most likely.
Okay. That's what I need to know.
All right.
I have one more thing I wanted to do while I was out. Sorry.
Yep.
I wanted to go buy an eye patch. Just find
an eye patch.
Somewhere. Yeah, just get an eye patch. Just a proper, just black leather if I could, or
the black
market
copper version of the iPad.
What's that?
It'll cost you 3 copper.
3 copper? Thanks.
You've been saying eye patch. Everybody else has been saying iPad.
It's the knockoff version.
Yeah, eye patch.
So, as you leave the leather workers, the tanner's shop, you do see on the left and right of the door from the outside 2 figures like leaning up against on either side. One is a older man with long stringy hair. The other one is an elven woman with tan skin, these piercing green eyes.
Do I recognize them?
You do. Merely a day before you went into the Feywilds, they confronted you in the temple. Well, it isn't our favorite little explorer. This is the woman speaking to you.
I suppose. Is that what I am to you? Returned, explored, successful, I would say. Isn't it my favorite? If it isn't my favorite, 2 mysterious creeps. And what are you up to?
Just enjoying the city another day. Heard that you returned. Thought we would stop by.
I see. Okay.
Do you have any new points of interest now that you've returned?
Points of interest? Perhaps we could start with a name. And I'll smile. I'm Jack. And I'll use my... And as I say that, I'm smiling with a touch of panache.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. $25.
She doesn't seem to like exactly be susceptible to your persuasion, but she does say, "My name is Shadila.
Shadila.
And you will be honored to know that name."
I suppose. Last time we met, we weren't exactly honored to see each other. You didn't seem to take kindly to me finding out a little bit more about you. You didn't happen to have anything to do with those children disappearing, did you?
Oh no, that was just
Winter
pure
Queen
coincidence.
and so forth. Indeed, coincidence. Well, perhaps you'll join me for a drink over at the Flint and Steel. Perhaps you could enlighten me further about this coincidence. I do love the story.
Unfortunately, I do not have the time. You must be off doing different things. But don't follow us this time.
No promises. Although, don't do anything sketchy and perhaps you won't see me. In the meantime, adieu.
They kind of just, lean off the door frames and walk out into the night.
I watch where they go. Which direction they go.
They go towards the temple area, which is like north of the East Market, where you are.
Got it. Okay. So I'm just gonna stand there for a moment, watching after them. That's gonna come back. Okay. They're just heading off in the direction of the temple?
Just the Divine Square, that whole area.
Cool. Well, their backs are to me. They're not watching me. I'll use Mask of Many Faces to look like a guard.
Okay.
I'll march forward just a few paces, just to keep an eye, just to see what they're doing. I'll be quite a ways back.
Make a stealth check.
Sure. I've got the Cloak of Elven Kind at the moment. 29.
Okay. Okay. So you notice that as they're walking to the Divine Square, they do take a sudden left into an alley. And since you're a few paces back, as you kind of quicken your pace to catch up to them, there is a flash of this blue light. And as you turn, they're gone.
Okay. And is it the same place where they vanished the last time?
Nearby.
Nearby? Curious. Okay, so I'm gonna start walking back to the Flint and Steel. And at the nearest opportunity, I'm just going to duck into an alley and disguise will melt away.
Okay. So soon enough, everybody makes their way back to the Flint and Steel as the dinner rush has just ended.
After Jack leaves, I'm going to take my whiskey upstairs, and I'm gonna drink a little bit in my room and pull out the deck of many things and just contemplate it.
Okay.
I would like to make note that when I get back to the tavern, I'd like to seek out Kelwyn first, and then see if I can find Ember.
Okay.
Kelwyn.
Oh, hello.
Hi. I have a question.
Sure.
So your thing, right, is you do magic but with objects, right?
Cue
me in a little.
Let's see, how do I describe it? Yeah, I imbue magic into items, basically.
Okay. Now my next question is, I got this doll from the market, and I was wondering if it was possible for you to embed it with magic, some kind of protective magic to help Gari, so that he doesn't, or that he has better protection for next time. I don't know, but is there anything like that?
I'm actually really close to figuring out a way to store spells like that. And I know a protection from poison spell. It's trying to think what I have access to a couple of things.
Okay. Well, when you get the chance, just seek me out. I don't want to give it to you now. He'll probably want it, but...
Gotcha. I like the craftsmanship on that too. It looks like some of the stuff my dad showed me how to make.
What, the doll?
Yeah.
That's really nice.
I used to make stuff like that for kids in the village I was from.
I thought it was very ironic. All right, Kellen. Well, thank you.
Sure.
As you all wrap up your conversation, you do hear a commotion downstairs in the main lobby of the tavern.
I'd like to investigate.
So you're all going downstairs?
I am going to stay in my room.
Okay. So everybody.
Am I walking in at this point?
Yeah, you walk in actually behind it, Jack. You notice that a familiar face, a woman with a shaved head and robes with, purple lipstick, and the robe collar goes up and a point behind the back of her head, along with 6 others wearing red and black robes, enter the tavern, and the whole place comes to a sudden stillness. The rowdiness and the celebration, the parents have come in, picked up their children, all just freeze. By the order of His Emperor in Grace, Emperor Varley, I hereby place Lumisgon, the Dragonborn, under arrest.
What's this about?
As I'm sure you know, Mr. Copperstone, we are facing an imminent threat of all dragonkind, and we are rounding up all possible conspirators and taking them to a safe place in which we can monitor them and track their activity.
Safe. We're doing internment camps? Oh no.
Oh no.
That's racist.
Yeah,
That's literally racist.
There's ought to be some way around this.
You realize the flaw in that thinking? Like, he has no control over how he was born. And also, he's not actually a dragon.
At this point, there's 2 are blocking the front door, 2 blocking the retail side, tavern side, and the steps. He will be taken to the mountain area of Barazabul to be interrogated and then released back into your custody once we are through with the process. In these trying times of which the Seor Vale Federation has officially fallen as of this evening, we received word that the last city of Ashtar has fallen victim to the onslaught.
Ashtar.
Drastic times come with drastic measures. Now,
guys,
we could represents nobody but our shop and the nation of Thorn, the Copperstone clan.
We could insist to observe the interrogation, right? Should we do that? I don't know your friend, but
I could also just, I don't know.
Make sure he's actually stays safe.
Battle music.
It's not battle music. It's not battle music. Calm down.
What if we insist that we observe their interrogation thing? Make sure he's okay.
You can just insist that they have no right coming onto private property and arresting someone that they don't even know.
They do represent the king, though, and kings tend to be able to do...
Lord Copperstone, I would advise you, by word of Lord Grimbor, that you do not intervene in this process.
They can't interrogate a dead
Lord
man.
Grimbor.
Wait, what else?
They can't interrogate a dead man. If I cast feign death on my man.
Oh.
At this point, Loomis is sitting behind the desk, and he's just looking at you all. He goes, I have committed no crime.
Right. But this kind of treatment is dangerous.
Yes.
She looks to the elf and dwarf that you actually saw in the market earlier today. It says, shackle him and put him in the barracks where he'll be held and detained until transportation in the morning.
Is he closer to me?
So he's like behind the counter and you're on the steps having run down. So as the two walk up, they pull these shackles that are actually golden with an emerald and a ruby on one on each. So there's an emerald on one shackle and then a ruby on the other. In case you have a magic caster, he won't be able to find his way out of those.
Yeah, and my feint
as Joe, he looks at you, he just, Lord Copperstone.
Yes.
He's just looking at you. Goes,
wait, Lumiscon's looking at me?
Lumiscon, yeah.
How many people are there?
There's a lot of people watching this.
Okay, but like guards wise.
There are a total of 6 regulars and Miss hold on. Why did I not remember? Lenore Valine, Minister Valine, in this room. So they do shackle Lumiscon and they begin to escort him out. At this point, the crowd in the tavern
just letting this happen.
yell, and he starts yelling.
I wanted to say one quick thing before they brought him off.
Okay.
I want his safety ensured. If he doesn't come back, if something happens to him, there'll be hell to pay.
Threatening a minister of Emperor Varley. Huh.
You probably should leave now.
This is the Flint and Steel. So,
Yeah,
Thanks for coming.
threatening loyalty is kind of what we do. So
Thanks for coming.
More of a
Doors over there.
that's right. That's a promise.
So at this point, they leave, 3 on each side of Lumiscon, Lenore Valine taking up the rear. They do have a wagon with a lockbox for prisoners already out front, and they put Lumiscon in. You notice that they have a few other Dragonborn and people with draconic features, but not quite Dragonborn, and they board the cart and flip the reins and wheel them away.
I think if we asked about the wagon warranty, we would have gotten a couple extra minutes. But
I look to my homunculus.
I feel like we should have fought them, but at the same time, last time I started a fight, y'all got mad at me.
I don't feel like we should have fought them because there were so many, but like
there were 6 of them. We could have taken them.
like we're
It
going
was
to
actually
have to fight
8.
them.
Well, 9 if you count the person who was giving out the order.
I think it may be worthwhile to find out exactly how these people are being treated at this place.
Like,
That's what I was.
You already know it's not going to be good. What do you mean?
That's what I was thinking. I look to my homunculus and say, "Hey, Penny, I want you to keep an eye on them. Follow them until you're noticed, or until it's not safe anymore, and then come report back to me."
Doc, you wanna give chase?
Shadow's gonna look back at the party, gonna say, I understand that they're very high up in the ranks, but if anything happens to Lumiscan, the Copperstone clan's gonna take it very personally. He's very important to us.
What kind of leverage do you have? Who can you contact? Someone in the cities? A lawbringer? Someone in the guards? A minister? What kind of pull do you have?
Just so everybody remembers, I'm not there.
Right.
I'm upstairs if you need me.
Roll a stealth check for Penny, by the way.
Okay.
Look at Amber.
Stealth. She has a +4. 19.
Okay.
I guess They. And he's a construct. Okay.
Wait.
Where's the professor?
I'm not sure.
At this point, Eula speaks up. She goes, I did see him go upstairs. We just lost our business manager. I don't want to bring this up right now, but we do need someone to do that.
To manage the business?
At this point, Helen, your dad walks up to you, coming from the retail area. Goes,
oh,
our home.
Yeah, I don't think it's in good shape.
What do we do?
There were good people back there. A lot of good people. Villagers.
It wasn't the only one.
Wait. Well, we know where they're going. What if with disguises and like using the night to our advantage, we try to rescue them before they get back?
See how badly they're being treated. I'm very curious to know just the extent that they're going.
You know, we also have to be careful what we do, because this could get taken out on the Dragonborn people, even though we're the ones that do something.
That's very true.
I have a quick question, Sakos.
But maybe we should get the professor as well and get his input.
What did they say about Lord Grimbor?
She said she advises by the word of Lord Grimbor that you do not intervene.
Yeah, Shada's taking that in now.
I'm gonna go get the professor real quick.
Okay.
Kellen will head upstairs.
With you.
So Kellen and Alice
Okay.
go up and get you, Ember, and fill you in on what just happened.
Yep. We'll knock on your door.
Well, we can't stand for this. I have connections, and
You think someone at the college can intervene, or?
It's very possible. But
I
also,
actually have something to say.
I will say, just a reminder, you guys do have that room that you guys have like as your adventuring room with a map of the world and everything.
You guys have a specific room for this? You guys planned everything.
You have a heist room? Oh my god!
We do have that room in. Yeah, it was attached to Aiden's old room.
Right. The War Council room.
Yes, that. Oh my god. Oh, that's so cool.
This is it.
Yeah, we should probably head to that room.
I love how there's just a permanent skeleton in my room at all times.
How many floors does this place have?
I mean, accuracy.
Okay.
Let's head over there.
Yeah, this feels weird talking. Yeah, this feels weird talking in the middle of the tavern with all the patrons.
We can't let everybody in the tavern hear everything.
All right, so you all convene into the room in which you last time you were in it, you were actually speaking with Lord Livevine as to how he is now being watched by the Ministry of Information, and he was worried about the well-being of his family. So, all right, what would you all like to do?
Yeah. Shada is going to go up to Elith for a second. He's, gonna go over there. He's gonna pull it to the side. Elith.
Yep.
This is an issue. I really want to intervene, but they said by order of Lord Grimbor. I don't know what I could do. I kind of have my hands tied.
Elith, you remember Grimbor because when you were sent by the rebel faction of your homeland of Singestein, you infiltrated his castle. Just a point of your reminder of what happened to you.
And also the fact that, you know, he revealed himself as Shada's patron to the whole party, which most of which is now gone at this point.
So Sarah, Ellis, and you who are aware of who he is. Yeah.
Yep.
So, quick question: are you and him still in cahoots?
Not really.
Or is it complicated? Because I understand, but like.
Can't say too much, but not hopefully not for much longer.
Well.
This whole situation makes me sick to my stomach. Most I could really do is pray that they don't kill him for no reason.
The sickest man I have ever fucking dealt with, and
oh, she froze.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh.
So while
God.
we're on the,
Anyway.
Someone hit her with a paralysis bolt. Anyway.
No.
So.
I can't.
What
You
are
took
you
away my
all
last
doing
one.
while you're in this room in the speaking in
Where do you
private?
think they got it?
Like, I mean, if Shada or if Elith is frozen for the moment, Shada's
Hello?
gonna.
She's back.
She's back.
Oh yeah.
okay.
Oh, she's back.
Sorry, I was just saying that if he has any doing with it, it's fucked up. It's messed up. And it's sick. So he's probably not going to go to a safe place.
Well, I can only hope at this point. Shada's going to go to the main table and just like kind of put his hands down and just like address the whole party. It's like I know I was talking kind of big, but I really can't do anything. Thinking harder about it.
This may be time for us to evaluate your relationship with your lord and see if we can figure out a better arrangement, because as far as I can tell, Lumiscon has been nothing but wonderful to our business, to us, to the country, and does not deserve this kind of treatment, and we should do everything in our power to get him back. Don't you agree?
I would, but I it's not that simple.
Why?
Why is that? Yeah, press him on that.
Why is it not that simple?
Yeah.
I just Shada's just like super visibly nervous and stuff like that.
I would like to detect thoughts on Shada.
What are your surface thoughts there, Shada?
I guess like just extreme conflict. He can't, if he wants to save Lumiscon, it's gonna cause problems with him and Grimbor. And it will just be like bad, you know. That's surface thoughts.
And who is Grimbor to you exactly? Why are these problems going to be an
You
issue?
didn't pry deeper? All right.
No, I'm not prying deeper. I'm asking you, like, straight up, who is Grimbor to you? Why might this cause an issue?
gonna, look at her, head on. So, well, wasn't much of a magic person before I met him. Kind of being really vague.
He teach you magic?
In a sense.
Just tell him. You can do it. I know it.
Hey.
Did he teach you magic in the way that the Fey Queen taught her magic?
Well, Shada kind of just like buckles, but after I left my home country, I was eager to prove myself to my father, and after I won a tournament in Sangustine, he offered me more power in exchange for my services. I took his offer up, and I can't do anything until I complete my end of the bargain.
This man, is he a good man? This lord?
Anything but.
Do you trust Lumiscan with him?
What'd you say?
Do you trust him with Lumiscan? Do you trust him to handle your friend without hurting him?
I don't.
Then shut
What
us.
that man cares about is his own.
So do you...
That is a tyrant.
You have the weight of the Copperstone clan behind you.
And you have us.
Yeah.
You also have your strength and your skills.
Yeah,
Do you need his power?
I wrote it for a while, but he's more powerful than I've ever been.
Is he more powerful than the Winter Queen?
Would Shada know that if he was?
Haven't really had the chance to compare.
I have no idea.
He certainly is now.
It might, because I.
Is he more powerful
Ember,
than a dragon?
make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Would I know that information?
Oh, this is my first.
Because
Make a history check, Aleph.
Because yeah, let me get there. I got a 15.
So,
Sorry.
from your history of growing up in Sangustine, and being from that area, and from your first-hand experience, that he is a vampire. That has been revealed to the party. None of that is new, but you always heard rumors that he was something different compared to other vampires that had the capability of creating other vampires. There was something more to his existence that you just never knew the power of until you and the other rebels were sent to infiltrate his castle and kill him while he slept, under the guise that he was at a weak point at some point there. What did you get on your Arcana check there, Tyler?
29.
So you have read that you know the difference between a sorcerer and a wizard, but you have read that there are very, very, very few individuals in this world, and you just so happen to have a couple in your party that you're aware of, that there are particular beings that are able to grant others power through pacts. He parts in history have also been defined by these near cataclysmic events, or cataclysmic events have been created by these, or the prevention of, because, you know, celestial beings can also create pacts if they don't need a paladin or a cleric in that moment in time. But you've never heard of a vampire being able to do this.
Okay.
Typically vampires are, no, they're stronger,
but they're not strong enough to do that.
Right.
Got it.
And Shada also, you know, just because it's been about 4 months.
Yes, man.
But you did have a meeting with Grimbor before the last day of the last light.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I do remember that.
So, champions of Cataran, as you all stand within your adventuring room, planning on what steps to take next, that is where we're going to take our mid-session break. So everyone, we learned that my world is not free of horrible things happening to people who have no control over their lives. Yeah.
Just like real life.
Yeah, I know, right? So we will be back in a little bit with from our mid-session break. We're gonna go ahead and refresh ourselves, get some food, snacks, drink, while we, you know, take a short break here. We'll see you all back momentarily. Don't forget to go ahead and join our Minecraft server while you are listening in on the podcast and watching, especially at that dual monitor setup, or everybody has a cell phone these days. Watch us on your cell phone too. Yeah, I mean, a lot of us will be on the Minecraft server following the stream as well. And other than that, you all enjoyed the break too, and we will see you soon. Intermission time.
Bye.
And welcome back, everyone. So where we last left off, Lumiscon, the Dragonborn business manager for the champions, was arrested by Lenore Valine, the Minister of Information, due to just being the fact of being a Dragonborn during a time of dragon onslaught. The champions, obviously recognizing that this is wrong, decided that they were going to meet in their war room to discuss what steps to take next. Shada being told to stay out of it by his patron, Veldrich Grimbor, the vampire minister of the Empire as well. Champions, what would you like to do?
You know, Shadow, you could try you could consider the direct approach. Go talk to him.
I could.
Do you have any way of reaching him?
I only ever really talked to him when he decided I needed to see him, or when he decided to come to me.
Well, I do stay bothering my patrons. So perhaps there is a way that we can get his attention, you know? Because I'm sure there are certain things that he likes. So
yeah,
have fun doing that.
Here's a thought that I have. You can take this as a suggestion, perhaps. My suggestion would be first gather the intelligence, see what's going on in this interrogation, and then after having gleaned what exactly is going on, confront your friend, patron.
It's anything but a.
Or well, in that case, perhaps we'd favor the indirect route. One thing I will tell you is that if you choose to break your friend Lumiscan out, along with any other Dragonborn taken at the same time, you'll be on the run. You all will be. I will likely be on the run as well. Sort of thing that happens with a prison break.
I'm down for a prison break.
You were saying, Aleph?
I was just thinking, I mean, you bring up a good point. If we mess this up, we're going to put ourselves in an even more vulnerable position. But at the same time, in my mind, it's the worst case scenario, they are severely harming and killing these dragon folk. And if we get there and we find them, perhaps we could get answers.
We don't know if they're killing them, but
we don't know anything.
We do know they're taking them. That's what we know.
Yeah, but we just don't know what they're doing. They say they're interrogating them, but for what? He doesn't know anything.
I have so much on my plate. If I do something and then we end up on the run, it's not only affecting us, it's also affecting my home because their leader is on the run from a different country, which will affect, international affairs. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Well, I can help you with your patron work in terms of maybe what you want to do to contact him and reach out.
All I can do in a safe way is try to talk to him.
Yeah, but is he going to tell you the truth?
Is he the only person in charge of this? I believe that,
Wait, does this mean we're gonna have to go through TSA to fly?
Well, they said the Emperor ordered for this, but Grimbor...
It may be prevalent to go to the ministries. Lenora Valine would be one specifically because you said she came to the shop. Sigmund Thorvinson might be another. Department of Warfare,
Also,
Warfare.
Would it be
point
prudent,
of information, Ember, you also know the Minister of the Arcane Bullen Frail. He is the head Archmage of the Zelrin College of Magic.
Yep. And then we've got the other ministers, the Marine, the Crop, and the Treasury, right?
Yep.
And I think I've got all their names. Bullen Frail, Alistair Crail, okay. Emmeret Randall, and Verona.
Emmeret Renendal, Alison Creel, Sigrid Thorvidson, Valdrich Grimbor, Lenore Valine, Verona Tessarian, and Bullen Frail.
Yep. I got all those names. They're just spelt weird in my notes. See, I do take notes, Michael.
I also pinned the message in the Discord chat with all their names, so.
Oh. Well, still, I take notes.
A few of us could get inside there very quietly, have a look around, see what condition they're in, and then report back. I say we start there.
Well, maybe will those of you who are quite good at getting into places quietly do that. The people of our group who are better at talking to people and have connections, maybe we go on an official visit. That would be Lord Copperstone and myself. Maybe
whatever we see there, you'll likely want to know about it by the time you see them and talk to them.
What about me? I can be very persuasive.
You could be. You can also turn invisible. You can also turn invisible.
I was about to say you as well, Sarah, but I'm not sure.
Just tell me what to do, boss, and I'll do it. Right now, I'm kind of just pissed off.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yes.
What is the political side we're supposed to be on right now?
We're on neutral side. Once crusades, or once groups like armies side with a
because here's my question: if let's say we go there, right, and let's say we get confronted in some form we want to make sure that we're on the same page as them. And right now it seems like that's anti-dragon, right?
Absolutely anti-dragon, yes.
Okay, so
we're on the side that's not oppressing people.
Obviously.
But that seems to be both sides right now.
One side seems to be.
I don't know, hauling up a group of people and putting them in slums doesn't sound like the right side.
I don't know about political affiliation.
The other side seems to be burning countries alive, so it seems the better side.
No,
Shall we say
lesser of two evils?
But also,
we are
isn't it like the?
I just asked in terms of if we get confronted. That's all. I want to make sure that I don't mess up.
If we get confronted, we are anti-dragon. We have killed dragon, or some of us have killed dragon before.
I quite literally have an anti-dragon stick in my hands.
Exactly.
Well, I wouldn't say it's anti-dragon stick. It's definitely a dragon stick because it has dragon in it.
It's an anti-dragon stick.
It was made of dragon bones.
An anti-dragon dragon stick.
You also have an artifact in your safe.
We do?
The fire stuff, which Kelvin doesn't know about, but
cool, didn't we? Or did we?
Denton left it in the safe before we left. That's I don't think we made
that.
He told you to take care of that.
Oh.
When he came back to say final words to everybody.
Okay.
All right.
He said don't forget that's in the safe still. We talked about plans on how to take care of it, but we hadn't done anything yet.
Sure. I thought I had already taken care of it, but it's been a while. Okay. We also have a very evil artifact in our safe that we might want to get rid of first.
Oh, what does it do?
Fire.
It produces fire.
Oh.
What?
Oh, we already have this guy, so I might as well get rid of it, right?
It can do the things that I can do, except for it is sentient.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, and he's just evil. I'm just kidding, but I'm just joking around.
I'm barely sentient. Thank you for your compliment.
Bread? And I get it close to him, and then I just see him stare at me.
You
like,
lost your bread. You lost your bread.
Did I?
You
don't know the thing I lost?
Yeah. It is one of the things you lost.
I lost a whole loaf?
Yeah.
Actually, I ate half of it. Man, that was good ass bread. I go to the kitchen and grab.
You go to the kitchen. All the food
and there's no bread.
All the food looks disgusting to you.
Oh yeah. Because you've had Fey food.
Yeah.
Oh, is it because I've gotten so addicted to the Fey food? Fuck me, man.
You got that special sauce, right?
I'm gonna cry. Then I'm gonna starve because I prestidigitation it to make it look like Fey food.
Who has the dust of deliciousness?
To death.
I'm gonna starve to death. Yo, this is how Sarah gets skinny.
Who has the dust of deliciousness, though? Someone does.
Somebody
Sarah
got it. I
does.
thought it was Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah got it.
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
Elif had
you
it,
just
didn't
make
she?
it taste like that.
Oh, Sarah.
No. Sorry, okay. Ooh.
I need to update my inventory because I don't know how much stuff I've lost.
I put in.
Gotta get rid of my honey lavender bread. I lost my honey lavender bread. It's so good. I had 9 slices left.
Anyway,
Jack's gonna use Mask of Many Faces to turn himself into a Dragonborn. Just if we have to, I could look like
That
this.
might
Get
not
it.
be the best idea.
Ah,
And then I'm gonna use Mask of Many Faces again, or I could look like this, and now I'm a guard, resembling perhaps a prison guard that would go in and out of that dungeon. One of these perhaps would suffice. Meanwhile, someone invisible could sneak in. Perhaps.
Or we could just.
I think it might be prudent to get both the official and unofficial tour of where they're keeping these Dragonborn.
And then compare notes later. Got it.
Well, I'll go with Jack. Although, I don't have. Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
invisible.
I am now for some reason.
No, Kelvin, I've been showing Kelvin a few things. He's, yeah, I think you can come along for this one. Sarah, what about you? You can turn things invisible.
Yes.
That could be extremely handy here.
I wish I could.
Also,
I can be invisible.
You could be invisible.
Talk.
You could also come along with, you can come along with Amber and the rest. And maybe try to sweet talk these ministers into, playing nice. Or making the case, see if you can make a few friends. You can do that, right? Make some friends?
Yeah, I just gotta prepare first. Yeah, someone hand me a water bottle.
I mean, so we got
Get him some rum.
like we literally just got back from the Feywild. Like this is happening the same day.
Oh yeah.
Right? Okay.
Maybe
Yeah,
we should plan this.
Please.
Y'all
for
thought you were getting a
tomorrow.
shopping episode.
Maybe we should plan this for tomorrow.
Sal saw how it was going. He's like, "That's it. No more shopping episode. Racism." I'm like,
Because
Kelvin's
I-
already said they're homunculus, so why don't we just wait on it to see what it has to say?
Speaking
I'm
of
gonna
which,
look over. I'm gonna look over. Oh,
no
yes.
spell slots because I teleported everywhere.
speaking of, Penny, what
Yeah.
are Penny's capabilities for reconnaissance?
She has her +4 to stealth.
Yeah, but like, what if Penny sees something? Are you able to see it like a familiar, or how does that work?
I'm not able to. I'm not able to see through her. I was looking at that. Basically, I'm just gonna have to have them come back and kind of report.
Okay. Can Penny speak?
Double checking that too.
Okay.
Oh, speak to now.
Let's see.
Roll another stealth check for Penny for me.
Okay. Under extra.
And then roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay, and also, if it comes up, she also has evasion. So if she has to make a dexterity saving throw, she takes no damage from a success and half from a failure. Or wait. Yeah. So it's 15 on the stealth.
Okay.
Penny understands the languages that I speak. It doesn't say anything about them being able to speak,
I
but
can.
I'm sure I could figure out a way like to have them.
Now roll a sleight of
Like,
hand
draw.
check for Penny.
Sleight of hand would be just straight.
Also, to recall back,
Dex roll.
when you guys last met with Lord Livevine in this room, he told you that the secret police keep their information located in the city of Florin, and he said if you get truly desperate, to find a way beneath the castle of the Emperor in Restoria.
another sewer episode, boys.
And then, so after a
Catacombs,
few
maybe.
hours of deliberation, it goes into the late evening.
We got
And
internment camps. We got the
soon-
Gestapo. This is turning into a great episode.
Soon, Penny is like scratching at the window, kind of like banging into it.
Okay, I'll go and open the window.
It kind of like Penny like flutters into the room. You notice one of its wings are a little damaged, and like lands onto the table.
And I'll cast mending on it to heal it.
Okay, in
he
one of
does-
its appendages, there is a torn piece of paper.
Okay. Thank you, Penny. You did good. And I'll take it.
I'd
What-
like to cast tongues on Penny.
So Penny doesn't have a way to
Sweet.
speak.
What?
But
So
they have.
it says it grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language, and when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says.
But it can't
So
speak.
even if she's,
It's a ball.
but even if she's barking,
I didn't give it a mouth. It has 10 intelligence, so it understands language, but
so
it doesn't.
the piece of
It can
piece of
probably
paper,
draw, like write.
You get a few words out of it. You get the word orb, experiment, asylum, and the last words are Freya Vogelschlau.
Bless you.
Does that name ring a bell? And I will share that information with the group as well.
One of you can make a history check with advantage.
I'm great at history, guys. Let me handle this.
How
I feel like that's
great
not true.
history are you? Because I have a +10.
Oh, never mind. I'm +8. I guess not that great.
All right, I will do it.
I don't have any more flashes of genius, sadly.
20.
That
Ember, you know
20, so you're
of
telling me
one
on the 10?
key asylum in the
cringe.
Valerian Empire. It is known as the Tirus
Asylum?
of one asylum in the Empire. It is known as the Tiristune Asylum for the criminally insane.
Well, this isn't good.
Could you bring up the map?
Well,
Yeah.
What about the name? Does he get anything from the name?
obviously they're not too far away because Penny came back pretty soon. So
I mean, they took him to the barracks in the East Market, so you're in the same district still.
okay.
Penny didn't go to the asylum.
So right now you're in Cataran.
What do I know about this asylum?
Not much.
Okay.
I have my Raven figurine we could use to get a little more info on it.
And Jack, you also shortly before leaving, there was a man by the name of Pervins Amster who put up a job posting for his missing husband in Tiristune as well.
Oh yeah, I remember that actually. Yeah. Missing people there.
What is with us and missing people?
One of the words said experiment, right?
Orb, experiment, Freya Vogelschlau, and asylum.
Okay.
And the professor didn't get anything from the name Freya?
He rolled 20. So he knows that the person in charge of this asylum is Dr. Freya Vogelschlau.
Do I know anything about her or her reputation?
It sounds German, which is not good already.
Yeah.
You do not know anything about her reputation. Aside from her being a person of science and alchemy.
German doctors and with experimentation and asylums. This is great.
And orb.
Wonderful. I relay all the information that I know about the asylum and this German-sounding woman to the rest of the
It
party.
could be Czechoslovakian, you don't know.
Okay.
It sounds German. It sounds like you looked up German
It could be
name
Slavic, you don't know.
generator.
Vogelschlau is actually got it from the Addams family, so bite me.
You could have given them a name like Mark, something white. Just had to be German.
Germans are.
They are
What? Germans are what? Finish that
There was
sentence.
a whole war about this. Where did you...
Anyway,
He
continue.
fell asleep during a World War II documentary last night and... oh.
Damn, I watched Coraline because you know.
Predominantly a certain type of person, so. Bratwurst lovers, clearly. Anyway, so
Fucking crowds.
what would
Anyway.
you all like to do?
I am like 50%.
I think we should
German.
rest, and then I think we should go investigate.
Yeah, get good
So
night
they
rest. We're
did
definitely
say
doing some
that
good.
the prisoners would be taken to the begin
Internment camp.
their travels to the city of Brazabul in the morning.
Wait, did they call them prisoners?
They called them
Oh wow, Brazabul's
political.
down there.
Well, you already gave it away. We're not even have to go
Brazabul
search.
was where you guys fought Zalryan.
It's way down there.
Hmm.
Way down to the south.
Conveniently, Tira's Dune is in between.
I think we rest and we do an official and unofficial visit. Who wants to be in which party?
I'll be in your party. Also, real quick, just out of character, have we decided new team leader since Denton died?
I mean, I assumed it was me.
I think the
we never
professor
talked about it. We just started.
I think either the professor or Jack would make good leaders.
That's what I was thinking. I think it depends on our situation, but
Yeah.
They could be co-leaders.
Both of us kind of consult the rest of the people on what we want to do. So,
Which I think is a good leadership style.
I would like to be part of the official tour group.
I am not very good.
What's going on? So
I'm not very good with talking to people, but I can be stealthy.
So wait, what are the two parties gonna do exactly?
So, there's
one party is going to go on an official visit to this internment camp to see how they're treated, talk to Lumiscon, get the up and up, talk to like government officials. The other party is going to be very sneakily visiting the same facility and seeing what shit is really going on there.
Let's start
a stealth party.
I might tag along with the official visit and split off. We could do it that way.
I mean, I feel like
learn what we
has
can
to
from
be in the official group, considering he's like a government official.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you being there and then splitting off seems the best idea. It seems like somebody missing is much more noticeable than somebody who is never seen.
Perhaps. I was thinking in particular about learning about faces first of all, just getting a sense of who's who, and then taking their faces.
Wait, you take faces?
No,
You
just
always
copy
have
that
SARS going into the group.
I wish I could copy faces.
It goes all covert.
That'd be pretty
We always
bad.
use the sending stones. We haven't used those quite yet.
Sarah said he was coming with us.
Then Sarah should give Jack a sending stone.
I agree. It
What?
will help.
Are we trying to do this before we rest?
I grabbed the sending stone. I have it like in here, and I'm like,
Who has
here you
the
go.
other sending stone?
Shot
Alright, thanks.
Oh.
Who does this connect to?
Me.
My heart.
Okay.
So the second one, oh yeah, we had
this is
both.
worthless.
Are we trying to do this before we rest, since we have limited? Or are we trying to rest and then go do this?
No,
Yeah.
Definitely taking
One
your risk
thing.
first.
One more thing. Shut up.
Yes.
You mentioned your master, your friend. He's a what was he again? He's a vampire? Is that what I heard?
It's a vampire.
Okay. In that case, I recommend just one more shopping trip before we go.
We'd have to do it quick.
Yeah.
I will say he is more powerful than any vampire I've ever heard of. So some of the things that you may think you know about vampires may not apply to him.
Well, here's my thinking.
I don't know.
Here's my
what
thinking.
applies to him or not, but
If he's powerful enough to extend his influence into Shada and give him the powers that I've seen of him, then I'm under no illusions about whether or not I'll survive an encounter with him. It's the other vampires in his nest that I might be a little worried about. if indeed he has one. So in that case,
fair.
I suggest we arm up.
He's just built different, you guys.
If
He's
you
built
are
different.
going,
I swear
out.
I swear he eats other vampires. I swear he just out here.
Yeah, you're saying?
Vampires, you say?
I don't think that gives vampires the nutrition they need.
You know,
No, he's just a jerk.
I will come with you because there is something that I would like to procure.
Fair enough.
How much money
Better
do
do it
we
quick.
have in party funds right now? We just got what, like fucking 19 grand or something like that?
16.
You just got 16,000.
16 grand. Okay.
If I can have like my portion, I can hold on to it. I'm probably gonna be needing that in a little bit here. I don't know.
If we're dealing with vampires, I would like to probably get some silver tipped arrows.
Yeah, everyone should probably take their share if they want
So
to.
shopping trip and then rest and
Yes.
then.
Well,
Sure.
isn't it the middle of the night?
Yeah, I think.
No, it's like the afternoon.
We spent a couple hours talking.
It's
Yeah.
like
no.
10 p.m., guys.
Do I go?
Okay, yeah, all the shops are closed then.
Do we have windows in this room?
You have one.
Okay,
Maybe we should not cover that
here's
window.
the thing. Here's the thing, man. If
We
it's
also
10
don't
p.m. and
really
we
want a
haven't
window in a war
arranged
council.
a visit, we might have to wait a day. Anyway.
Not if we show up.
Yeah,
and
if we just
force our
go
way
up to a
in.
prison, they're just gonna tell us to go away.
No,
Sorry.
you know how influential we are, and how
Sorry,
anti-dragon we are.
I should do this in character. If we show up to a prison without any sort of escort after one of our employees was just taken, they might not let us in. However, I have contacts and it will take me a couple of hours to get in touch with those contacts and get the required access to visit the prison formally.
They can do it quickly. They said something about moving them in the morning.
Definitely work on that. You just don't underestimate the power of the. No, I'm on the list.
I just want to say that, like, I know that we're going to check out to see if this is a bad place, but we have been referring to this place as a prison ever since we started talking about the plan. So that's how we know it's already not a good place. So why are we just like surveying? We got to get these bitches out of here.
And it's a temporary holding place anyway.
Okay,
right? 'Cause
temporary
they're going-
holding place. It's kids in cages.
Well, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying they're only holding them there for the night, and they're moving them in the morning to that. What did they call
An
it?
actual prison.
Yeah, basically that camp place or whatever.
Yeah, I want to check out. I want to check out the camp. I don't. want
that
to
makes
check out
no
their
problem.
temporary
Let me ask my mom to sign my permission slip.
That makes more
check out
sense.
the camp.
And that is a couple
even
of
though
day
they-
trip probably, because that is the place that's in another
Not
city.
gonna lie, guys. I was gonna cast hold person on 4 of the guards, but I'm like, wait, no. Y'all saying not to start anything, but I really
See,
wanted to.
It's power like that that makes
Yeah.
me think we'll need you if things go south to do exactly
know.
that.
But
Yeah.
I tend to do crazy stuff like that in the moment. I usually don't plan for this, but
Let's use that
Thanks.
to get us out of trouble rather than into trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have gone out of trouble and into trouble.
Look, if you
We
want
could
to
have
go
gone
check out
out of
the
trouble and into shit.
I would just like to say, since we're gonna go on a quick shopping trip before we rest, I want to get a cake.
after we rest.
After we rest, I would like to get a cake.
Oh,
Is it your kid's birthday, or is it because we were gone a year, so we missed his birthday?
Yeah, we missed his birthday.
Okay, cool.
Oh. Can
I
we
can't tell you lying to
hire?
me, but also I don't have detect thoughts, and I don't really care.
We
Can
missed
we
his
hire
birthday
someone-
in this world? But for him, it's been 2 weeks.
Still, he deserves a birthday. Besides, he's
Okay.
an orphan.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a leap
Just
year.
know
Doesn't
it's
really
birthday.
count. You know what I mean?
I had a
Maybe.
quick thought. I like the birthday plan. Could we hire someone to track this group that's taking the Dragonborn in the morning? Would that
I
help?
like that.
Well,
Hire
I
someone.
thought we were gonna follow them right after.
that was the Minister of Information, so hiring somebody to track the person who tracks people may not be the smartest idea.
There's not like
we
an
know there's scoundrels
underground
around here.
or
Just
something.
find a
Mercenary?
something like that. Yeah, they just to shadow them. If at least share the road with them.
A reminder
It's
that
probably
you guys
like
kind
a-
of made
Paying
enemies.
someone to take a horseback journey.
A reminder that you
We
guys
kinda
kind of
what?
made
Right.
enemies of all of the underground.
Kellen doesn't know that.
Yeah, I know, but like
The
I'm
underground?
letting Ember.
How did we
Elif,
do that again? I'm
Shada, and
confused.
Sa- You blew
We-
up their den.
And
I
we
didn't blow the
directly
That was whole.
and
that
we
was-
directly opposed their boss.
I was just chilling. Elif was getting high.
I am completely fine with that, but what he's talking about is more of a private eye instead of like a criminal syndicate.
I'm just letting you know.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Yeah.
the idea, but
Because it sounds like we won't be ready to go immediately after them if we're trying to pull some strings.
Well, we know in what direction they're headed,
we-
right?
And-
You can find that out when we go on the on the tour.
Absolutely.
We know that.
definitely ask
Sure,
questions like, "Oh,
but
so where are these guys headed?" Like,
We
here's
are
the
not
thing.
we are not touring the holding facility. We are touring the place that they're heading.
Yeah, and
Ah.
this piece of paper we found might suggest they're not actually going to Barazabul.
so like, you think they might be misleading us?
Well, yeah.
Because if so, I
think-
believe you also. Because again, prisoners, prison, not really buzzwords you want to say when talking about, I don't know, the Holiday Inn.
I just wonder why
Yeah.
they're going to prison. They didn't do anything. That's so strange. Anyway,
They don't care about
Don't
I
don't
know.
We
people
literally
always
encountered a racist door in the first episode, and this is strange.
No, I know exactly
You
why
what?
they're doing it, but like,
Oh yeah, in the first time we went after they encountered me, there's this door that was not kind to orcs.
Yeah, I
Huh.
briefly remember that.
Everyone was
Wow.
fine except for him. And he was the only orc in our group too, and I'm like, yikes.
That's
A racist doors can be racist, but humans, I can't wrap my head around that. I'm sorry. Not
in any
humans.
case.
What was it? What were the humans that came and rounded up our Dragonborn?
All right, I say we all get a good night's rest. Try not to think about it too much. What just happened, because that will deter your sleep. Then I suggest we wake up for a mediocre breakfast, because honestly, this food's repulsive, man. Did you see the kitchen? I could have sworn I saw rats. And then we get some last minute things. You do your calls, and we head out.
Yeah, let's see if we can. Let's see if we can awaken just before dawn. Get started bright and early.
I need to get some rest.
Okay.
You need a. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna get beat up.
So everybody is heading to
think
bed?
You need some rest.
I'm heading to bed, but before bed, I like to do my beauty regimen.
Okay.
Shada wants to
And then
read the
sing a
letter from
lullaby.
his mom.
Hey. Shada, the letter mentions that the reconstruction of Thorm is going well since the time that your father has been petrified. Overall, the copper stones are strong and are always sturdy like the mountains themselves. She does mention that this letter was written about 6 months ago. That at some point in the night, 2 weeks prior to that, some sort of thieves broke into their home and killed 2 of the Copperstone guards and took the egg.
Oh my god.
culprits are unknown. But she said that, you know, the council is much more united than it has been in the past. And they are currently in the process of fortifying their city to ward off any sort of draconic attack.
All right. Okay, so Shada wants to try to be up earliest, but I don't know how you do that.
Okay. Anybody else do anything before bed?
Nope. Oh wait, I ask, do you happen to have a spare room?
There's actually three rooms open. There's Aiden's old room, Ditton's old room, and then somebody else's old room.
Somebody else's.
Oh, Denton would not have a problem with Zerk staying in his room.
All right.
Just out of character.
Cool.
All right, then I'll take Denton's old room.
Oh wait, no, there's only 6 rooms on the floor because there was originally 6 of you. Then we added a 7th person. So there's one extra room on the actual in part. Okay, so while you were all sleeping,
anyway,
Jack, for the first time in a while, you have a dream. What you see before you, as if you're standing at the edge of a wood, is the now smoldering city of Ashtar. You are brought to a top-down view. There's no sign of movement except for the a few buildings crumbling here and there. Bodies litter the streets, some burnt, some eyes are open with like blood coming down from their ears and their eyes, as well as if they were poisoned or choked on acid or something along those lines. It's just overall carnage and a variety of different methods of death. But what you look over, and coming into the borders of the city through the destroyed gate are 3 riders mounted on horses, black as night, with manes like hellfire. They're all wearing black armor, their faces obstructed, and they're just riding in a triangular formation as it goes down the street. Then you start to hear the sound of growling and groaning. The sloshing noise of like wet flesh moving with complication. These grotesque and rotting beings seem to pull themselves out of the shadows that the moon casts from these buildings. The one leading the pack begins to point to various bodies. The creatures coming out of the shadows grab these bodies and pull them down with them. Not to be seen again. You get the idea that this city overall was in no way prepared to ward off any sort of powerful creature attack. And whatever these riders are, and whoever they are, seem to be cleaners of some sort, or just taking advantage of the carnage. One of them looks ahead, and for the first time you see just these all white eyes he says to the other two, the carnage here shall be useful to our cause. Go, brothers. Remember, our mission is patience and waiting for the opportunity. At that point, your vision ends.
I'm gonna just sit up for a moment in bed, and just look instinctively for my shadow. I'd look aghast at it. Think about things crawling out of it. Are we in this together?
For a moment, your shadow flickers. But where the upper part of the body is where it flickers and moves its shape for just a moment, you seem to almost make out a face for a split second. And then still once more.
Hey DM, I have a real quick question.
What's up?
Interjection. So we had some people fail wisdom throws back in the Feywilds, and they started not to trust their survivability.
Yep.
Was that a permanent thing or a temporary thing?
Permanent.
Okay.
What did the face look like?
Just indistinct features.
What time is it that Jack woke up?
I would say
What time is it?
in the
I'm
middle
looking at
of the night, like between 1-4 in the morning.
Okay. Around this time, I mean, Elith is trying to be quiet, but she is setting up a birthday situation downstairs, and she is not very quiet, so yeah. There's a couple nails.
I'm gonna get out of bed and go downstairs looking for something to drink, like a glass of water or something.
Water.
Yeah, and as I come down, and I suppose I'll see the birthday stuff being set up.
Yeah, does Jack run into the
process of you
I'm
changing
hanging up
everything?
I hope not.
from the ceiling that's draped all over the everywhere? Oh god. I have no idea how to set up a birthday party.
Why didn't you call Sarah? He just needs half the time to sleep.
I don't know.
Oh, wow. Do you need a... You should probably get some sleep at some point.
I did.
Oh, do you need less?
I did. I think. I'm pretty good.
Who are you?
Besides, this has to get done before we leave. And I was looking around. Do we have any parchment? Any paper? Any
Parchment.
maybe
Let
cloth
me see.
work? Spare cloth? I need to make a flower.
Oh, flour.
Yeah. I saw
Like a
one
fake one?
time in a tavern that I visited, they had created this entire wall of these paper parchment flowers. They were really nice, and I think I could do that.
Okay. Sort of like this, and I'll use prestidigitation to create just a little thing. Just sort of flip my hand over, and it's a little swan, sort of like that.
That looks like
and
a
then
bird.
yeah, within about 5 seconds, it's gonna
It could
Okay.
be that method.
But something a little bit more lasting. Probably a lot of paper downstairs. I mean, bookkeeping has to happen here. That happens in books, paper. I'm sure there's lots of it for you to use.
Yeah.
Let's see what I can find. I'll go looking for a bit of paper.
I'm gonna
Various colors.
Go ahead and make an investigation check. While they are setting up the party, they're not the only ones with dreams this evening. Shada.
Yes.
Hi. So, Shada, you find yourself on top of a mountain with a storm raging around you.
Is it a familiar mountain?
It is. How did you know?
Familiar from where? Like Thorm? I don't know.
You recognize this to be the top of the central peak of Thorm.
Okay. All right.
The sound effect is a bit loud and it's kind of hard to hear you.
Yeah.
Michael.
So the top of the central peak of Thorm. In front of you is an anvil and a hammer. What do you do?
Pick up the hammer. And I approach the anvil, pick up the hammer.
Okay. Once again, the thunder bellows and there's a flash of lightning. As it strikes down, it hits the anvil, making it glow with a white, red, hot light. There is a single piece of metal on top of this anvil. What do you do?
I want to examine the piece of metal.
Look at the metal. It seems to be a steel ingot on top of this anvil that's so hot that it's glowing white. But the metal stays cool.
Pick up the metal.
You do so. The thunder once again cracks, and there you see a face in the sky. The eyes are of white light. The beard is flowing in astral patterns as if they're made of galaxies. The face, you recognize this. You have seen it before.
When before?
During your trial.
Would it be when I was presenting my weapon at the altar?
It would be.
Oh. Okay.
You recognize it to be the face of Moradin.
Shada's going to kneel.
All right. You do so. As you do that, a voice fills your ears almost in synchrony with the thunder itself. There is no need to do that. Rise, Lord Copperstone.
Okay, he does so. Alright.
Many come into my temple seeking to be one with Thorm, with my blessing. Few have succeeded. Why do you think you are so distinguished for an honor?
I'm not sure.
He continues to say, you have been given the choice of two paths. You may stay home and lead your people, potentially to ruin, potentially to a golden age. Or take the tools that have been given to you and ensure the longevity of many.
I want to do anything I can to undo what I've already done.
You must free yourself of the bond to your master.
I must.
Find that which must be found, hidden in the shadows. And with that, you shall be free. There's one last crackle of lightning followed by thunder, and you wake up to find yourself drenched in sweat with a storm, actually, outside. So this time, Jack and Ellis, you also hear the crack of thunder as this downpour suddenly hits the city of Cataran. Does it wake me up? There, you're a heavy sleeper.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so I woke Sara up to help with.
You bitch.
Sara only needs 4 hours of sleep anyway.
I know.
The rain's okay though.
Could I do anything to try to understand that in a more clear way, or
the thunderstorm?
No, what he said.
Oh.
What? What do you? What do you want to know?
Just is there any way for me to, like, I don't know, like, roll something to, like, try to figure out what that means a little better?
Find that which must be found in the land of shadow, or hidden in the shadow.
Yeah.
Make a intelligence check.
Okay. This is gonna be catastrophic. 16 and then a 0. Isn't that one? I accidentally rolled twice.
Okay, so 16. There's one other time you've been tasked to find something hidden in shadow, and that was by Lord Grimbor himself, right before you left for the Feywilds. He instructed you to go to the
Benanilo Bog to find the thing in the ruins, right?
Correct. The catacombs, yeah.
I'm being told to do that.
Essentially.
Huh. Alright.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Denton had his tarot cards, right?
Yeah.
I still have those from him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave those to you.
That's gonna be an excellent birthday party trick. Just you wait.
So Jack,
Right.
Alice, and Sara.
24.
Yeah, I mean, you're easily find some paper and to make your, you know, your origami flowers and other things.
Point was brought up that, you know, he was only there for 2 weeks, and I thought that was a good point. So we're gonna make it a point to really make sure that it's this dimension birthday.
Okay.
This dimension happy birthday.
Okay. So it's very mundane.
Oh. It's special in my heart.
Okay. That's all that counts. That's all that matters. And so you guys set up what you know, think is a very nice birthday setup.
I think he'll love it.
While you are doing this, about 6 in the morning, Eula comes downstairs, and Sheila and Nisa come in the front door. And I'm like, oh, you have all been busy? You notice that Nisa is quietly crying to herself.
Are you okay?
Just. Oh. What's wrong?
It's her. This is Yola goes and she says, it's the first night for some months that she didn't have Lumiscon there. They've been living together for the past 7 months.
Oh, Lumiscon, you dog.
He was a respectable man.
There have been quite a few emptier houses emptier than they should be over the last year or more, I'm sure. We've seen to that. We'll see to this one too. We'll get it
Okay.
back.
They better go set up the bar.
I better go
So
catch at least. I better go and catch about 15 minutes to 45 minutes just to make sure I'm ready for the morning.
Shut up.
And I disappear off back upstairs.
As Jack goes upstairs, Shada is coming downstairs, being the first one awake.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Shada.
Morning.
How do you feel?
Horrible.
Understandable. Didn't
Yep.
expect anything else. Well, feel free to get some cake if you would like. I haven't done the candles or anything, but
Oh, we slept. I need to.
Shada read the room at all with like Nisa and everything?
Make an insight check. You all can
Alright.
go ahead and add a long rest to your character sheets and note that. And then arrive whenever you feel like you should.
Cool.
I'm gonna spend a while preparing my spells for the day because I need to change a lot of them.
Okay.
So that's a nat
Come back
20 on
in.
the insight.
Yeah, it's clear that Nisa is very upset, and Eula's doing her best to, console her. She does brew all of you some coffee.
Alright, Shada's
Sweet.
gonna approach Nisa and just be like, what's wrong? Or approach both of them,
Nisa just kind of sees you walk up and she goes to the back. She doesn't even look at you. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. She's a little angry with you. It's misdirected, I know, but sometimes people just find someone to blame.
Angry with me for what reason?
She thinks it's your fault that he got taken.
Ace.
I didn't know she cared for him to that extent. I must have missed something.
You've been gone a while.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes, that
here,
makes
drink
sense.
up. She hands you a cup of coffee.
Thank you. I want to talk to her, but I don't know how she'll react to that. I feel
I think it's
horrible
best
about it
to
myself.
just avoid it for the time being, and she'll come around.
all right.
Hey, Michael. Also, while I'm preparing spells, I'm going to resummon my familiar.
Okay.
But he's coming back as a lizard again.
She continues to say to you, Shauna, she goes, sometimes life just sucks and there's nothing that anyone else can say or do to make it suck any less, and we just have to give people time.
Yeah, tell me about it. I understand. I want her to know that I mean well. I want to try as best as I can.
I know.
The Lumiscan's really important to me as well.
Kelwin's father comes downstairs. he found his way into one of the rooms for the night. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. First night back in the world. I trust it treated you well.
I have to find something to do with my hands. I guess I'll go make myself useful in the kitchen.
You worked the forge before, right?
I don't exactly forge. I tinker. I invent.
Feel free to borrow anything you need from my forge.
Thank you. I'm sure I
Your
can find a view
been
around
great
here.
to us.
Hopefully I'm not intruding. Unfortunately, as of yesterday, I learned that my workshop and home and the place I've raised my boy has been, as far as I know, completely destroyed.
It's just a place, though, Dad. What matters is that you're safe.
That's rough, buddy.
How about this? I know it doesn't make up for it completely, but we might be gone for a little bit again. If you want, you can use my room because I have my personal forge or workshop in there.
Thank you. He kind of like wipes the tear from his eye. No use in standing here and try to outcry the storm. I'm just gonna go and get you guys some breakfast started.
Appreciate it.
Has a waffle been invented?
No.
Or a pancake?
Pancakes for sure.
Okay.
Hash browns? Definitely.
Waffle been invented.
Oh, hash browns? Yes.
So as you all come
definitely.
downstairs,
Home fries.
they have made you eggs, along with skillet potatoes and
Skillet.
Grits?
Delicious.
Let's go.
fries.
Grits, let's go.
along with porridge, and all of it has been enhanced by Eula's presentation. Yeah, it's just quite good.
Standards.
No.
I see she's learned something when teaching.
Cassius
being
comes
taught.
down and he sits right next to Sarah, a little bit closer than someone sitting next to somebody would on a bench.
Who?
Cassius.
Okay.
So you're back.
I am back. How are you? You look bright.
Oh boy.
There's
I
actually
lean
something
over,
I
I
need
lean
to tell
over to
you.
one of them and I go, "Is this an old flame or something, or what's going on?"
Okay.
He like leans closer. So I don't know how to say this.
Is my dick out again?
And I hope you don't mind. Well, I've been seeing Ricardo.
What?
I like to. Am I eating something when
Slap
this is
him.
happening?
You have a mouth of like scalloped potatoes in your mouth when this happens.
Am I choking?
Do you want to?
Not
I want to
anymore.
roll to see if I'm choking or not.
Make a Constitution saving throw,
Oh my
please.
goodness.
Yeah, because like this fucked with my mind. I know it can't be charmed, but that like literally fucked me. You know what I mean? 15.
Yeah, you're kind of like caught off guard. That's very surprising.
All right. And then I don't really know how to deal with these scenarios, so I'm just usually like, damn. How did that happen?
He returned home after traveling, and we just
His dick was out.
one thing led to another.
Wait a minute. Time out. Ooh, as far as I know, this is out of character. As far as I remember, I turned Ricardo away twice, but it was because I'm like, I can't do this right now. Important business stuff, right? That means homie just like either A was like looking for me and found him. He's like, You know, they're like, yeah.
I still do.
Or like, cause I'm just trying to wrap my head around like how this happened.
Yeah, I mean, like, plus we were also gone for like over a year.
That is true. That is true. But I'm picturing this like this happened 3 days ago, and like they knew I was back or something, or like they knew I was gone. Huh?
We've only been back 2 days now.
I know.
Well, this is our second. Yeah,
Exactly. So.
Okay. Wow, that's I'm back. I'm talking to him again. I'm like, wow, that's very that's heavy.
Are we cool?
So, with what?
So you don't mind?
I don't understand how I would mind because I don't remember us dating or making anything official.
I don't want.
Like who?
I didn't want
Like
to find
who?
you. I didn't want you to find out.
Like, I remember there was a script I read somewhere when I was in that library that said, "That's not cheating if I wasn't with your ass, Doja Cat."
Okay, well, I just don't want you to find out in some other way. Is that this time,
like
Ricardo
what?
comes
You guys
down the
getting
stairs?
pregnant? Wait, what happens?
Is at this point Ricardo actually makes his way down the stairs?
Is this recently happened? Wait, are they in my inn?
Yeah.
That's it. Charge them triple the amount. I'm getting petty. It's one thing to mess with a guy and then be like, hey, I'm fucking this other guy that kind of had a thing for you.
Like,
It's another thing to do it in my Holiday Inn.
At my Holiday
He kind of like gets up and he says, I'll see you later on this week." He gives him a kiss and Ricardo leaves. Before he goes, he looks and he goes, "Hey, Sarah," and then he leaves.
Poison him.
I like to mage hand grab a glass of water from a different, like, away from me and like throw it like someone else threw it at him, like, but aim for his head. Like, I'm not just pouring out the glass of
Slide a
water.
hand check to see if you can like sneak this.
I'm throwing a glass of water. Slide a hand check.
Yeah. You know, sneaky.
Fine. 24.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Love to
right
see
as
it.
the door closes, this glass seemingly out of nowhere just slams against the wall and shatters. Water everywhere.
Broke one of your own.
What? Huh? Who did that?
You're gonna have to pay for that, Mister Ricardo.
Don't worry, their rent went up by 3,
Sir, you also have to.
so it's
pay
getting
for
paid for. All right. Now what?
You all are eating breakfast.
Yeah, I guess I sit back down. I'm like, that was fucking weird. Y'all see that glass go out of nowhere? It's crazy.
Shop's not open yet, is it?
No.
No.
How did they get in my shop? Never mind.
I'm gonna take the
Probably there last night.
opportunity to give Gary his cake, light the candles. It's 58. He is now 50.
58 candles.
Let's know this, baby.
Nice.
I'm gonna give him the propeller toy that I got him, because he got to
Okay.
keep the doll, but yeah. And then we party a little bit.
Okay, everybody's just like, woohoo, as you're all kind of like sitting here being sad, but trying your best to like be happy for this kid who just has that grasp of what's
Is
going
this
on.
the kind of kids party we can do shots at? Because if not,
Can I have him do
Are we
something
doing
real
morning
quick?
shot?
Can I go get a bowl of water from the kitchen and bring it in?
hey, it's a party. Who cares?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna go get a bowl of water and bring it in and put it on the table, and I'm gonna call you all to attention, because Gary has learned something, and I would like for him to show you guys. Go ahead, Gary, show him.
So with everybody watching, Gary kind of like steps forward and is like super straight. He goes, do I have to?
You can do it.
I'm scared.
Don't be. I'm gonna go stand with him.
And he kind of reaches out, his like hand shaking, and the water begins to ripple in the bowl. and it like it comes up in an orb like he did at the fountain, and then the like it's like a perfect bubble, and then once again it pops and the water comes splashing down on the counter. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm still practicing.
That was so good. I think you should have.
Practice makes perfect, That's.
Hey, Gary. Would you like to learn more of that?
Oh God.
He nods his head in excitement. Yeah.
I
We're
know.
gonna come back and the flint and steel is gonna be a pile of ash.
I learned fireball.
Maybe he should stick with water. Maybe we should stick with water.
He learned tidal wave.
To teach him water spells.
I am a professor at a special kind of school for people like you who can do things like this. I can do that, but not with water. I can do it with fire.
Can we start calling you X then?
I'm gonna
Professor X.
No, he has hair.
Same thing that he did, except for I'm gonna do it with fire. Like
Well, Professor X had hair at one time.
If you want to learn how to do this, I can take you to the school today. I'm going there. If you want, Gary.
Oh.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
You want to do
That's
that?
really good for you.
If I can,
Of course you can. Only if you want to, though. But I think it's a really good opportunity.
Now, Gary, strong dwarf like you still needs to know how to swing something.
okay.
So even if your main focus is magic or whatever, still, keep something on the side.
Magic or whatever. Show
Yeah,
me
I'm
your
sorry,
sword.
Professor.
Show me your sword. Where would you be with
you got.
Yeah, which one?
Both of them. You're welcome.
Do you think if
Yeah,
I train
magic
hard enough,
buddies.
I could become a copperstone too?
Oh, that is a very good question, Lord Copperstone.
That's a good question.
I
You
would like.
train really hard.
But
Confucius said, "It's better to be a smart fella
who's
than
confused?
a hard smeller."
Smeller.
Jesus.
I can tell you from personal experience that if you have a mind to practice something and learn about it, then
Oh,
you can figure it out. Studying, you can learn a lot of things. And it sounds like there's a lot of really good teachers at that school.
Also, you do have the proclivity to throw heavy things around.
Yeah.
We're pretty good at making those heavy things.
Heavier.
Well, I'll tell you this, Gary. If you like magic, and you want to be a copperstone, the professor here makes magic tools and weapons in the forge, and copperstones are all about forging.
You do too.
the
His
fact
eyes
that I
are
didn't
just,
kick the mouse really pretty much.
Don't
Yeah, but
sell yourself short.
of course, you're kind of the pro in that sense, though.
It's also at this point, the end of the day, that the other guests who have been staying at the inn start to come down. The doors starts, and your morning patrons are starting to gather.
I'll go ahead and disassemble the birthday party so that everything's back to normal, but
So
as soon as I woke up, I would have wanted to send a courier to the school and say, "Hey, I'm coming, and I would like to speak with Archmage Bolin Frail." I just wanted to send that as soon as I could today.
Is there like a courier shop in town or something?
There is a mailing service.
Okay. Because I would want to go there too.
Hey, Jack.
Before
Yeah.
that,
Don't you come back no more, no more.
Maybe you and I could go try and find someone we could send on a stealth mission to follow that group that's leaving to this morning.
Not a bad idea. Yeah. Might ask around in a few different places. Yeah.
And you were showing me how to look. You were showing me how to look for hidden, signs and
some mercenaries or something.
There's most definitely a way. Yeah, I know a few ways.
Jack, make an intelligence check. Or actually, make a investigation check for him.
Will do.
Jack.
If it.
Love that. 27.
Nice.
While you're still talking to Kelwin, you're like, wait a second.
A sec.
You look at Kelwin's ears. They're human-shaped ears.
Are you okay? You stop talking.
Your ears. Weren't you Elvish before?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm an elf. What?
They're rounded.
Where'd the points go? I heard stories about people that cut off elves' ears for trophies.
He thinks he's been attacked in the night.
Well,
is there blood?
Well, DM,
am I bleeding?
Yeah, Jack's gonna kind of like just a slight twitch of the eye, it's under the eye patch, so you don't see it. Yeah, I've heard rumors like that too. Wait, hang on a sec. Just come here, and I'm gonna just take a quick look. Does it look like they've been cut off, or do they just look like they're missing?
Perfectly normal man ears.
No, not like that.
I don't understand. Somebody...
bear with me on this one. I'm just going to cover your eyes just for a moment. And can you see my palm as well as you could when, earlier when you were able to see into the dark like we elves can?
Yeah.
Can he? Or is his dark vision now gone?
One moment.
So, as an aside, that is a custom feature I took with building my character.
Yeah, you have dark vision all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just changed. Huh. Do you feel any different?
No.
Fascinating.
Sorry, playing a prank.
I think that one might be beyond his abilities, actually.
That's weird. I mean, I was thinking. I spent time this morning. I don't know. I've been thinking a lot last night and today about our covert mission and stuff, and I prepared the alter self spell today, but I haven't used it yet. Unless I don't think I could use a spell in my sleep. I don't know.
Well, as soon as you figure that out, let me know. Seems like I had
Oh, I missed my ears though.
You get used to it.
Can I roll insight on that?
Sure.
Can't
get a good read.
Oh, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but
I just lift up my hair and you'll see that the ragged place where there would have been the tip of an elf ear, but it's gone.
Oh, that was insensitive of me. I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
Not at all.
Shada's gonna call attention to the party. So before we leave and start getting ready, could I see you all in the adventure room for a second?
Absolutely.
And I would like to make note that I wanted to search around the tower a little bit, and like our storage room, the basement, and try to find a spare backpack, some rations and whatnot, and pack a backpack for Gari as well.
Okay.
And then the adventure room.
So you all gather in the adventure room.
So, I
have
received...
Sorry. It was supposed to be like a intermittent thing. I have a question for Michael because it determines the plan of what I want to do today. Is the School of Magic, is it like a college where there's like a textbook like shop on campus, or is it something that like if you wanted to buy spell scrolls you have to go somewhere else? So like
brokers.
Can you get a textbook brokers on campus at school, and how high of level do they go to? Because there's two spells that I want to buy, and I want to know if I have to make a separate trip to buy them.
So the Zauer College of Magic does have spell scrolls available, but they do have to be purchased at a slightly cheaper price, and you'd find them from a private seller.
Slightly more expensive price?
A lot of their spells you have to buy, and it's mandated by the course planning, but you don't actually ever use those spells for that course.
Sure. Yeah, we're getting a little bit real here. Okay. But if I was just looking for two spells, a 3rd level spell and a 5th level spell that are in the PHB, they're not like rare spells, could I get those spell scrolls at the college, or would I need to find a specialty shop for it?
Just depends on what they have.
Okay.
You won't know until you try. There are two colleges of magic though, or magic learning institutions in this world. There's Zauren and then the Agrin. The Zauren College of Magic and Agrin College of Magic. Algren is where Aiden sent the young girl to with Concac.
Gotcha.
Oh, she's in the other one.
Okay.
Cool.
That's where Agrin is.
So, are we in the room now?
Yeah.
Alright. So, I, read the letter that, I was handed, yesterday. It's from 6 months ago. It has some very alarming news in it.
What does your mother have to say?
Well, my mother, she told me some good news that the reconstruction of the nation is going good. But at night, two of the guards were killed by people who broke into our home, and they stole the egg.
Was it an expensive egg?
It was
a
priceless egg.
You're gonna need to know this. It was the egg of a red dragon.
Oh. That's
The
quite
people who stole it. Were they cultists or something?
I have no idea. Why? Do you know of some cultists?
No, just a guess. Someone who wants to steal an egg. Yeah. If you're stealing an egg, maybe it's because you want to protect what's inside.
There are 3 people in the party who are aware of cultists.
Uh-huh.
And all of them are quiet.
Sorry, I'm just thinking. I mean, can I speak on that real quick? I'm just trying to put
Yeah.
the pieces.
By all means, please.
Wait, who are the 3?
Ella,
Can I do a
Sarah,
recall check?
You, Zark. You're the 3rd.
Oh. Yeah.
So, Ella, if you wanted to say
Do I know about this?
You know, out of character. Come on, guys.
So, Ellis, what did you want to speak on?
Well, I don't mind. I just need like a history check or something to try to remember. I'm fucking.
Yeah.
Remember
Man,
what?
that was a while ago.
Yesterday?
What, 2 hours ago?
Oh, you mean? Oh, that was okay. So, I have the flyer. I can show everyone.
Oh yeah, you got the paper.
Oh my
I
god,
you
I
meant
hate
from
you.
a past adventure. I'm like,
No, not the one in
Yeah, the flyer.
Yes, you met a
those were
cultist.
different crazy.
Today, you met a cultist.
Which cultists of the many that we've?
What?
and then all the adventures start blending together. Anyway, so yeah, I pull out the flyer and I show it to everyone. Said these are the guys that we were dealing with in the town square yesterday.
That's
Ah.
very, very bad.
Are there any distinguishing notes there about any names, anything like that? Names of organizations?
No. Wait, on the flyer?
The name
Yeah, on the flyer.
on the flyer reads a word.
He didn't read.
Alright, we're getting somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all all got mad at me for forgetting I had the flyer.
I like you to know that there are over 12,000 words on my DM binder.
Fair enough.
So
Should be easy to pick one.
Not our fault. You're a good DM.
That word.
it's called Tia Draconia.
Ant dragon. Auntie dragon.
Right. 2 words or 1 word?
All one. Tia Draconia. It's essentially, if you translate it from Draconic, it basically means in this world it implies worshippers of the old gods. With Draconia, dragons calling themselves basically demigods.
These dragons are literally trying to take over, going, what can I say except you're welcome? Got it.
What can I say except no thank you?
I do have one other thing to talk about.
What's that?
Touching on a subject we talked about last night. I had a dream. I'm assuming I remember this.
Yeah.
I had a dream, and I'm not Denton, but I do hold my religious values pretty close to my heart. But my god Moradin reached out to me in my dream and told me that if I'm going to, follow the path for the betterment of many, instead of just ruling in my home, I would need to sever my tie with Grimbor.
Then let's sever that bitch.
Here's the issue. He told me to sever it in the same way that Beldritch told me to do it. I need to go to Venenula Bog to find something for him.
You need to what? Sorry?
I need to head to Venenula Bog up north and find something in a ruin for him. An artifact. I hate the sound of it, but I won't dismiss the guidance of Moradin.
Which do you know which ruin?
Said it's a ruin at the bottom of the bog. If that's correct, right?
Yep.
Didn't really specify.
Yeah.
Didn't say what.
Which ruin? Just said the ruin at the. I don't know if there's more than
There
say what you'd
are
be looking for.
specifically catacombs. You must look in the third tomb.
Okay, yeah, catacombs, third tomb.
Here you go. That's specific information.
Yeah, I did write it down in my notes. I just didn't check them. My bad.
And this is sort of thing happens to you a lot, doesn't it? You have a dream and it tells you something and you follow it and it leads you somewhere?
No, it doesn't really. This is really rare, and even less so from the god I worship.
Oh.
I could sever my ties with Beldritch, Grimbor, and, follow my own path without any worries of breaking a pact. I'd like to do that as soon as possible, because it'll make things a lot easier for me to do.
Shada.
Yes.
Where do you get your power to summon your blade from?
That would be Beldritch.
What do you do for him? Why does he do that for you?
I'm supposed to just follow as he says.
Does he command you?
Is that
against your will?
He has too much leverage on me at this point.
Wait,
an offer from him, and I regret it.
Okay. So the god that you worship, do you believe they are more powerful than Veldritch?
Of course.
Then your god can give you the same powers that Veldritch does. And historically speaking, this group here, we're pretty good at breaking people away from pacts or
bad influences,
patrons who mean their supporters no good. So this is something that needs to be addressed. I think this is not a primary issue. This is a secondary issue because we have a lot of things going on right now.
Definitely a high priority.
It is a high priority, but I don't think it's as high a priority as, our employees getting kidnapped under the guise of freedom.
Can we...
Ember, Professor, I'm sorry.
Yes. No.
I was told not to act on it by
not to act on
said patron, and I can't really interfere without backlash from him. and this is why I want to sever the tie so badly. He restricts me from doing what I would normally see as right.
Well, can he physically stop you?
What is the worst from severing the tie right now? What happens if you cannot sever the tie? If you sever the tie right now?
I have no idea. I know it will be severed.
Out of character, which sword do you have as your pact weapon? It's the Dragon Slayer.
I will let you know. It says that if like the pact is broken or something, my sword just appears in front of me.
Right. But
so
what happens if you swap your pact weapon?
It's the Dragon Slayer that is the pact.
Yeah, it's the Dragon Slayer that's it. I can summon.
Okay, so you still have the Sunblade.
Yeah, I still have the Sunblade and the dragon sword, dragon slaying sword.
Okay. It's good to know.
Do you also lose the weapon if you change your pact weapon to something else?
No, same thing happens. It just drops in front of you.
Shudder. Any chance your god perhaps didn't reach out to you in that dream? Perhaps it was another dark being trying to lure you away. I mean, whatever it is that's lurking at that bog probably isn't too friendly. And if it wants something from there, could be that it's a less than savory entity trying to manipulate you.
Could be the case, but did give me...
I have an idea. I have a thought. If you had a way of communing with your god, perhaps a cleric of that deity, maybe if there's a temple devoted to them nearby, perhaps you could check in with them.
I haven't really checked if there was any nearby. The last one I've been to was in Thorn.
Here's an idea. We could try to ambush the convoy of prisoners as they leave. They're leaving probably as we speak. So there'll be some time leaving from Cataran, going down southwest. We could try to intercept them on the road, break them free. But if we do that, Lumiska doesn't come back here. He doesn't come back here. He goes free somewhere else. He can't come back here. There'd be no official channel to break him out.
That's what I was just thinking. It wouldn't be safe to just continue.
We would turn them into fugitives immediately if we do that. If we break them free.
I think we do this the legal way.
It would allow us to go north to the bog to seek out whatever it is we need to give us the strength to face this guy down.
We can still send a mercenary to follow them and gather information.
Speaking of going north, I know that it's a little out of the way. But up in the ruins, I need to go into the ruins of Zalrin at some point, and that's also north. But if we're gonna be on a time limit, I don't know if we can get there. But
What works it out?
Shada, I have a spark of an idea.
What's that?
I mean, the most I can do to contact my god at the moment is probably pray at my forge, but that's about it.
It's not so much contacting your god. It's more condemning Veldritch, and hoping, praying that your god has supported you and will continue to support you.
Without bringing the artifact.
My idea is we have quite a lot of sway in the kingdom, right? And I say quite a lot. We rescued some kids. We destroyed you mainly destroyed a dragon to the south. You've been in the heart and soul of the conflict that's been going on for a while. You know a lot about it. You have a blade made from dragon bones. If we can get ourselves a meeting with maybe the king, maybe just the rulers of the city, the council, show them the blade, explain what we've done, and then reveal Veldrich for what and who he is. It gets rid of his power.
I don't know how much I like that idea. He is very high up in the city and the country. I don't. He could have roots everywhere.
Maybe, but how do you get rid of weeds? You dig out the roots.
You smoke them.
I don't know if this.
If we expose him in front of everybody and he removes your power, we pray that your god can reinstate that power. But if we say nothing, he is going to continue to reign for the rest of our lives.
If that dream I had was really Moradin contacting me in my sleep, he did instruct me to find that artifact as a way to sever ties. He gave me the choice of either leading my country, staying back in my home country, or continuing on a path that could save many from this destruction.
Well, we have a lot to process, and we have a young man who needs to get to his first day of school. So,
guess that's true.
As you all sit there contemplating what path to take next in this now very complicated conflict throughout the world, that is where we're going to end our session for this evening. So everybody, thank you so much for tuning into our session this evening. We will see you next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at twitch.tv/prestigegc. I would like to thank all of my role players for a great first session back here in the mortal world. I'd like to try something new today, guys. Okay. I am going to. We always go in a specific order for introductions and thank yous. I would like to thank the first person, and then that person thank the person that comes after them.
God, an icebreaker.
Oh, it's so great. So I will do Elith first, and then she will thank Ember, and then go down from the list from there, and then Zark will finish with me. So everyone, I hope you're scripting because Elith got a lot less time than all of you.
Wait, we have to thank the person that's next from us?
And your character's
I don't know who's after order.
It's me.
On the stream, the portrait to your character's right.
Oh, never mind.
All right.
So you're thanking.
I thought you just always favorited Elith, Ember, and I first. More.
If you notice, the intro also goes in that order. Everything goes in that order. The thumbnails on the YouTube videos, everything. Fun fact.
Wasn't featured on the thumbnail yet.
Anyway,
The order we're gonna kill off these
thanking
characters.
all of our role players. First and foremost, Tiefling Warlock herself, Elif Visago.
Thank you, and a big thank you to our fire Ganashi. Is that it? Wizard?
Pronounced Milky.
Pepper.
Man, this man really talking somehow.
Our fire Milky Way wizard.
I really did try. I really did. The effort.
Alright. Good night, guys. We'll see you next week where we try and figure out the web of convoluted shit that we're into. Next up are I guess human now, because you don't have elf ears.
Elven Bard. Sarah's next.
Sarah's next.
Elven is
on the stream.
Okay.
On the stream.
Okay. Well, our Elven Bard, Sarah Rast, aka got that dump truck.
You got a CD.
You were supposed to say was thank you, and then say and a special thanks to, but you went on a whole tangent there. And now you're sexually harassing me?
Thank you.
Oh Jesus.
Where's OSHA in this?
This was the worst idea, Michael. Why did you?
I like it.
What you have to do with sexual harassment anyway?
You had a lawsuit on your hand there, buddy. Not you, your employer, Sal.
That's more of an HR thing, but okay.
I mean, what do you think HR does for sexual harassment?
Anyway, Sarah. You got
What?
Shada here. Go ahead.
Oh, it's my turn? Okay. Thanks. See y'all next time. Special thanks to Shada. Time. See, it was like 3 seconds. You went on a whole 2-minute TED talk. I'm like, bruh, come on.
All right. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
This is fucked. I'm sorry.
Our Elven Fighter, Kelwin, who's a great smith. Totally not as great as Shada though. Still up there. Of course.
Why y'all like we all literally like sucking on their ego?
Shada, where are you? Come on, man.
All right.
Like keep it moving, man.
You're like right there, right there.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time we had a competition then. I mean, obviously, after we save the world, obviously.
I'm never gonna get to Zark.
No. We'll save the world and
y'all over
then
here
we'll
sucking
figure
each
out
other's
who's the
dicks. I'm like,
best.
hurry the fuck up.
Anyway, thank you, everybody. Next we have Jack.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it, Denzel. That's how you do it.
Jack who? Give us a little
Midnight Jack. Midnight Jack.
That's me.
The devilishly handsome rogue warlock.
There you go.
And in the game.
True.
And of course, last but not least, Zany Zark. I ain't afraid of the Zark. Who's afraid of the Zark? I believe the scientific name for his class is Homo
Afraid of
sapiens.
the Zark.
I'm afraid.
Human Ranger.
Yes. Thank you all so much for being with us on our stream, and I would like to give a shout out to our lovely and amazing DM, Salkos.
All right, settle down. No, thank you, everyone. We'll see you all next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at the twitch.tv/PrestigeGC channel or on our podcast network. Have a great rest of your night, and thank you for bearing through that for us. We appreciate that. Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
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 Bye.